Bye bye. I hear trouble coming. I hear trouble coming. I hear trouble coming over and over again. I hear trouble coming. I hear trouble coming. I hear trouble coming over and over again. Don't lick me. I'm full of human sweat. I'm full of all the sweats, bro. Soccer Mom Sunday with Kyle. Yeah, a little bit. Mr. Beat also released a political ideology video that is surprisingly base takes. Mr. Beat, look as drunk as I am stoned. I'm actually sober now. I hear trouble coming. I hear trouble coming over and over again. I hear trouble coming. I mean, at this point, I'm just very sweaty. So that's what's going on now. Honestly, I really want to play Royal Blood in the background, but I can't. Reminds me I need to crack at the cold one. I was tempted to buy one on my way back home, but I just decided not to. Because I have enough weed as it is. Like, I'll be able to alternate, something different. Plus, honestly, I'm still feeling it. Like, I'm still feel, like, tipsy, but not because of drunkenness. It's just, like, euphoria of music. I just cracked open my second Starbucks triple shot. What the fuck is wrong with you? Don't do that, man. Well, too late now. Also, Rip City, did you not hear 10 Ton Skeleton play tonight? Because Harley was literally, like, swore by God, basically, that they did not play that song, but they 199% did. Like, I Will Die on That Hill, by the way. Like, did you really not hear that song? They didn't play that song? Yes, they did. 100% they did. Yes, they did. I Will Die on That Hill, 100% they did tonight. They played the little 10-ton skeleton. They did that, like, at the intro. They did, like, that little ambiotic part in the beginning, and that's how they started the song. Yeah, actually, let me have it in the background so I can kind of have, like, the actual, like, song in my head. I would play it, but, again, I don't want to get copyright hit. So, I mean, I want to. But I can at least kind of do, like, the beat-ish a little bit. Because they did. I will just be objective, and they said I will say they did, because they did. I need to get into 10 years, Lamau. Actually, I think you might be right. Yeah, because they did, like, the little... And then after that, they go into the... And then they go into that part right after that. Yeah, they did. Must got confused with Divslock, probably. Harley still thinks they did it. The Easter egg was like, no, they did it. No, they did it. And I played it to him, too. I played a song. I'm like, are you sure? Because I heard that. I heard the song. He's like, nah. I mean, maybe. I don't know. But nah, I didn't hear it. And I'm just... I mean, because it was like in Seattle where they dragged it on a little bit. Doing that whole little... Either way, still kick-ass fucking show. Even if they did or didn't play that song. Tell them he needs to not buy more weed. He really doesn't need to risk homelessness in Alabama for the stony good as cannabis. Stop smoking weed in Alabama. Don't do that. Do that, like, outside in the forest. Because Venom is considered buying weed. You better fucking find somewhere to store that shit. Smoke more weed. I don't want him being homeless and shit. And honestly, like, okay, I'm just gonna be honest. If that ends up being the case, migrate to the Pacific Northwest. Just, like, pick a map and just, you know, and just hitchhike it. Fuck it, dude. Like, just go all the way, you know, if it ends up being that way where, like, don't try to have that happen, but if it ends up being, you know, have a game plan. Because if, like, Alabama's gonna be that shitty to you, because, well, it's Alabama, then fuck it. Legalize, tax, regulate, hotbox that state legislator. Yeah, run for office and just hotbox it, yeah. Hey, Sukov, my boy, I missed you. Hotbox the church. I need this for my Jesus time, daddy officer. Oh, bye-bye. Oh, your soul's a little fluffy. My little bullshit mutt. You American bully / Shih Tzu / Pomeranian mutt, you. I can't believe this guy's German Shepherd, Border Collie, American Bully, Shih Tzu, and Pomeranian. You're a mutt of all sorts of shit I did not even expect. Look at you. Oh, God, you're shedding like a madman, bro. Shedding like a madman. Oh, you're so cute. Yes, you is. Yes, you is. Oh. And you're so soft because you recently had a bath. Oh. A bullshit shepherd? A little bit. Oh, look at you. You're so cute. Oh. Oh, you're just so sweet. Do you have to paw at me all the time, though? Cringe, there's a Halo TV show. Why? Okay, before you say cringe, honestly, from what I've heard, it's actually not that bad. Like, the story mode and a lot of the tropes that they're doing are kind of getting overloaded. Like, apparently, like, Master Chief takes off his helmet and they try to make the scenes, like, as intense and crazy. You know, like, oh shit, it's like the first time revealed his helmet type of scene, basically. And it's just like, he's literally done this like 50,000 times, apparently, in the show. So it's like, it's basically lost its muster. You know, so it's like, from what I understand, there's like some stuff about the show that's a little lame, but like the action scenes, and you can find some of the action scenes on YouTube, they look badass. Like the action scenes of Halo look legit pretty fucking awesome. I mean, they look a little cheesy, but I mean, I kind of expect that out of Halo, honestly. I expect at least like a hint of cheese. And I mean, it's just like, oh, I don't know. I haven't seen the show, but from what I have seen of like some scenes and what I've heard, it doesn't seem too bad. I would not call it cringe. Like, I would definitely not go that far with it. Like, I don't know if it's actually like legit bad or not, but I mean, from what I've seen, it actually doesn't look terrible. Sergeant Johnson is white. They flipped the race of some of the characters. If they make Sergeant Johnson white, or like, it's basically fascist Star Trek, to be honest. I mean, kind of. A little bit. I mean, honestly, like, if they do, like, kind of flip some of the characters, like Sergeant Johnson, for example, that's gonna be a little stupid. Like, you don't need to, like, Sergeant Johnson's already woke. He's, like, a strong, like, badass fucking, like, black guy that will, like, kick ass and shit. Like, I mean, what the fuck? I mean, he's already, quote, woke. No, they flipped some white characters black. Well, they could have flipped him to be, like, a female Asian woman or something. Sergeant Johnson is now a female Asian. I mean, but I guess because he's already like that, they don't need to do anything about it. They like Captain Keyes. Really? Captain Keyes? I mean, okay. I mean, I guess that's not as lame, but, I mean, come on. I mean, Captain Keyes doesn't really need... whatever. I mean, it's not that big of a deal. Like, honestly, for me, it's not a big deal if they, like, character swap or gender swap or race swap anybody. Unless it's, like, absolutely, like, a part of that character. Like, there are some characters where, like, a part of their, you know, physical traits, like, whether they're black or not, for example, actually does play a role in their character. Like, for example, like, To Kill a Mockingbird, if you literally, like, race swapped everybody in that story, it would literally make no fucking sense at all. So, it's like, some shows, some things, some stories kind of require that a little bit. But I don't think that's a bad thing. Like, if anything, that can actually be a good thing. Because, I mean, look at To Kill a Mockingbird. It's a great fucking thing. It's a great book. And a great movie. So, Sergeant Johnson, the Arbiter, are my favorite characters in that series. Dude, the Arbiter is awesome. Yeah, and honestly, like, I mean, there's nothing you could really do to, like, wokeify, like, there's not much you could wokeify, like, fucking Halo with. Like, what, you have, like, a few female Spartans and a few Spartans that are not white? I mean, who cares? Like, the Spartans aren't necessarily meant to be, like, you know, some sort of weird, like, white super ubermensch fucks or something. They're just meant to be, like, the ubermensch types, just period. Like, who they really are specifically has fuck all to do with them. They're just meant to be like the superhumans that can literally like crush your skull with their thumb. Basically, you know? So it's just like, what do you want? The Arbiter is a walking Japanese samurai meme. A walking jamurai? I almost said jamurai. Like a fucking walking jamurai? Why do I keep saying that? Japanese samurai meme. Is it because of the energy sword? I mean, whatever. Honestly, like, that could be cool. Like, if, you know, they can make that kind of cool. I don't know. Like, I mean, there's some stuff about, like, samurai and shit that could be badass. Especially if you have, like, a crazy-ass energy sword and you're doing some crazy shit with that. Like, I don't know. I could vibe with that. That could be something that could vibe. Can. I'm not going to say it absolutely will, but can if done right. Make Sergeant Johnson trans. Yeah, female and male trans. Fuck it. Like, honestly, like, there's ways where you can make things, quote, woke, but actually good. And honestly, if anything, not even, like, inherently, like, a main basis for a character. Like, Sergeant Johnson can be trans, sure. And honestly, who gives a fuck? Like, you know, it doesn't even have to be, like, an important thing to the character. It's just like, oh, yeah, they just happen to. You know, it's like, oh, okay. Well, they're still known as Sergeant Johnson, and pretty much everything else about him isn't fundamentally different. It's just that somewhere in their lore, they're like a female and male trans, I guess. It's like, oh, okay, whatever. They're still Sergeant Johnson, so who cares? They still kick ass, still chew bubblegum without the gum. So now they're really going to be kicking some ass. Should have ended at 3. Perfect idea, my opinion. Yeah. I mean, for me, I'm not, like, as into Halo as other people, so I don't really have a strong opinion about it. I like ODST. I like Halo ODST. And Halo Wars, like the little RTS game. Like, there's some other stuff that came after 3 that I honestly thought that was pretty good. But I never really got as, like, into it, like I said, so I don't really have a strong opinion about it. I enjoyed the kind of romance between Chief and Cortana in 4. Yeah, I haven't played Halo 4, so I didn't know that happened. Here, I'll turn this on. There we go. Oh, my hair. Hair's all sticky. Ugh. And I don't know if I should take a shower in the morning or, like, tonight before I go to bed. Because I know I'm going to have to. There's no way in hell I'm going to go to work with this stink on me, dude. Like, no way. I'm just glad they never hit me up today. Because, at least for me, they, at least they knew, I think. I think that was the reason why my manager was actually legit and wanted to hook me up with, make sure I had the day off today. So, really glad that I didn't get called. Be like, why aren't you here? I swear, if I get asked that tomorrow by anybody because they didn't realize, I'm just gonna, like, facepalm in front of them and be like, did no one tell you? I'm sad I only have 1 hit left, and afterwards it's back to Delta 8 Light Buzz. Just smoke some Delta 8 and fucking just save that last hit for later or tomorrow or something. Because at least you can use the Delta 8 to, like, kind of, like, ride the rest of you high a little bit. 4 had a lack of compelling secondary characters, same issue of 5. Yeah. Yeah, but, yeah, like I said, you know, I haven't really played Halo as much as anyone else, so I can't really say too much. I do want to play the latest one that came out, because it actually does look pretty badass. I remember when, like, when Reach was first coming out, like, I was really wanting to get that too. So it's like when Halo does come out, like, I do want to get into it, but I just never do. Damn, so the next place that Royal Blood's hitting is Oakland. On the 3rd. So it looks like they have a few days of respite. Nice. Well, I guess 2 days. And also, apparently, I think one of them's a pilot. One of the band members of Royal Blood, I think, might be a pilot, because Harler showed me, apparently, on, like, one of their pages, their official pages on social media, they were posting pictures of a plane that they took from Seattle to Portland. Like a little charter plane. And it's just like, did one of them rent that, or did they rent a pilot? Like, because now because it makes me kind of wonder if one of them might actually know how to fly, especially if it's like a small little Cessna. Because honestly, getting a pilot's license to fly something like that, it costs a lot of fucking money. But if you know what you're doing, it's actually not that hard to get a license for something like that. You just have to go through the whole long ass fucking bureaucratic procedure and tests and all that shit. But once past it, I mean, you're essentially legal to fly. So you just need to, well, just have a plane to fly. You know, whether you rent and run or you own one. So, I mean, a part of me kind of wonders if one of them actually has like their own little private pilot's license or something. Because the photos kind of imply that maybe they do. Like, honestly. Like, because they're touring keyboarder / backing vocalist. He was in the passenger, like, co-pilot seat. So it's like, and honestly, the only time they usually let, passengers in that is if usually, like, the pilot is either, like, just chill about that, or one of them, or one of the members is the pilot, and they're just letting him in the front seat. Because usually, just so passengers have fuck of controls, they don't usually let someone in the co-pilot seat. Unless they themselves are a pilot, so it's like, huh, that makes them even more cool. One of them could fly, or maybe 2 of them can. Because honestly, like, it would be that if I, like, was doing tours and shit like they are, I would do it. Like, I would have my own plane where it's like, yeah, I'll just rent a tour bus for all of our shit to be driven to, one place to the other. But we'll just, but I'll just, like, rent a plane and just, fly that around. Like, I just do that shit. Because then I can, because then we could take whatever kind of pit stops we want, technically, if we wanted to. At least that we're on the way there. Plus, technically, you can just go wherever the fuck you want. Like, if I had my own plane, I'd fucking be going to places like all over Canada and even more obscure areas where pretty much the only way you could go there is by plane. Or fucking, like, Mexico too. I could probably go into places like in the Gulf and Central America. Like, I mean, if you have like a small little plane like that, I mean, the ability to travel suddenly just becomes significantly more freer to do. The only thing is airplane gas, because that's far more fucking expensive than average gas, as you can imagine. And maintenance of the aircraft. Like, you have to ensure that that thing is fly-worthy. Like, if there's anything wrong with your plane, like, you do not want that thing in the air. At all. So, you always want to make sure it's all good. Something tells me I'll agree. Wait. Kyle did months. Something tells me I'll agree with him and Ignar won't. Oh, for the tier selections? I saw that, dude. I don't even want to, like... I don't even want to watch that video, because I'm not going to agree with it. I already know. Besides August, because that's the month of my birthday. Like, that's going to be S tier just because it's my month, so fuck that. Like, I'm okay with August being in the S tier just because it's my month. But, I mean, outside of that, I saw the thumbnail and it was an S tier, so I agree with that. I don't know about the other shit, though. But I already know I'm not going to like it, because he's going to put the winter all in F tier. Even though that bitch deserves to at least be in, like, some B tier or some shit. But also, the thing is, though, you can't even compare months and do, like, tier lists on that shit, because that literally depends on where you fucking live. Like, some places have winters that are horrible. And then there's, other shit, or other places in the world where, like, the winter actually is pretty fucking lit, So it really depends on where you're at, really. Same with the summers, Like, every month of the year has, like, a optimal peak region, to be in the world, so to speak. November is my birth month, top tier month. Yeah, no, November is a pretty nice month. I like November. I love the colors. I mean, the weather isn't really terrible. Like, it's not, it's cold, but I'm okay with cold. Besides, I like wearing extra layers anyway, so, if it's too cold, I could just have extra layers, but if I end up getting too hot, despite it being kind of cold, I can cool down by just taking a couple layers off, and if I get cold again, just put those layers back on, Like, I don't mind it being cold because it's a little bit more manageable. If you're too hot and it's hot as fuck outside, you just can't take any more layers off. You're just going to be fucking hot unless you find something to cool down with. So it's just like, you're kind of fucked with that. And honestly, that's why I hate summers. Like, summer months aren't really great for me, and I don't like them just because of that shit. It's always miserably warm, swampy hot. Dude, I bet Alabama's summer months are straight up, like, not even F tier. They're, like, lower than that. Like, honestly, like, I feel like, summers are increasingly becoming F tier around here. And worse because of droughts and fucking, climate just getting shittier and shittier. And, like, what's going on in California is creeping north, towards us. It's gross. And it's like, I'm feeling it. Like, and honestly, that's why, especially the summer months, I just fucking hate them. Or at least I'm starting to increasingly do so because it's just becoming a little bit more shitty. I mean, if I remember, I think last year the summer wasn't really too bad. At least so far, it hasn't really been warm. Summer is must season. Gotta get the mad gangs. Well, good for you. I mean, it's not like I hate the summers for, like, it in themselves. Like, it's just the weather. Like, because honestly, we're talking about summers as in, like, shit to do, events and stuff like that. Like, they're gonna be up there. But, as for weather-wise, and that's kind of how I'm ranking them, is just usually just kind of weather and just how nice it feels outside during those time of months. Like, I'm not a fan of the summers. I just feel more shitty. Actually, June is S tier because of Petapalooza. Yeah, honestly, June is a pretty decent time of the year. I like July because of the Blues Fest. I mean, see, if we're going to talk about, like, events that are going on during the summer and, like, other shit that happens during the summer and quantify that stuff, too, then summers are at least going to be, like, A and B tiers for me. Just because of things like Blues Fest, Petapalooza, little, like, conventions that are going on, shit like that. So, concerts. So, like, all these different little things are going to bump that shit right up. Because that stuff definitely doesn't happen as often during the winter, obviously. So, like, the only thing that really, comes into play during the winter to make it really, up there, especially when it comes to events, is mainly just concerts. Like, that's the only real thing you kind of got going for yourself. Or, like, snowboarding or skiing and shit like that, if that's your thing. Which it is for me. So that bumps the winters up there, because it's perfect time to snowboard. Get the mad gains for those. I'm talking weather plus events, plus late-ass sunsets. Yeah, I like the late sunsets. I do like that. Yeah, honestly, like, I mean, realistically speaking, because, if talking, like, weather and, like, events and stuff like that, I mean, I think everything will just be C tier and above. Because, honestly, like, at that point, there's no month that I vehemently, absolutely fucking hate. What really blows about South? Hurricanes. Man, if we were in the South talking about this tier list, we would have such a different perspective like you. Because, like, oh yeah, hurricane season's during these times in the month. Fuck that. Like, we would have, like, certain times in the month. Like, what time, like, it's getting worse, I know, because as it increasingly becomes more hurricanes and longer seasons, like, it's becoming more months, but, like, what months are usually, like, hurricane season? Like, like, I think around, like, what, like, June to fucking, like, September or something? And now they're becoming more, increasing in numbers and severity. It's just, like, honestly, like, those time of the months will always be F tier just on the virtue of hurricanes if I lived in the South. Like, there would just be no way in hell that those, like, honestly, that would be, especially these days, like, a hurricane, especially being a very prone hurricane zone, is, like, that's a cue for me to move the fuck out of there, like, and start getting that, like, just GTFO. You guessed roughly right? Alright. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I gave some more room there because, like I said, it's becoming more severe as how many of them and how long it's lasting, so I'm kind of giving some leg room a little bit. Hey. No. Cappy, we were just sitting there by the door. Only his booty's up against the door. Weird cat. Sukov, you're a little dork. You're a little dork, you know that? Oh. He's just still a peered little puppy. Also found out I was at least about like 11 months old too. So it's pretty much about a year old now. He still looks like a little puppy. I wonder if the devil will appear if I say his name. Arise, little husky. Arise, little husky. Lactos Dominus. Resurrectus, little huskius. Amenos. Lucifus. Like, I mean... who knows? Maybe he'll be like, shut up! Just out of nowhere. Because he's just quietly watching for some reason. I love how, honestly, like, he comes in here trying to trigger me and make me mad, but I can say one thing and it pisses him the fuck off. Like, he's coming in here trying to trigger me about, like, fascism and how it's base and how commies and syndicalists go to the wall and all this other bullshit. And how I will bend to knee God Emperor Trump and all this silly nonsense. But I call him Little Husky and he's like, shut the fuck up! I'm not some stupid rap artist! Ah! It just, like, sieves. It's just like, dude, you're too easy, man. Like, this is why I don't necessarily just ban you and get it over with, because you're just too easy. I mean, honestly, he really is just too easy. I mean, if he just, like, realized what I was doing and just evolved like a Pokemon, I would stop calling him Little Husky. I mean, it's just like, Jesus. I love how he just doesn't get it. Well, maybe he does, but he's in denial. So he's, like, really hardcore about really wanting to, like, see if I'll break before he does. I don't know. Like, I don't 100% get it, though I kind of feel like I have it pinned down at this point, but... well, I don't know, man. Dude's just... like, just a little absurd little ball of just humanity. I just kind of like how he's just essentially like a fascist alter ego of me, though. I mean, might as well get a PFP, too, you know, well, since he's going this far with it, you know? And just, like, have, like, a weird, like, Nazi version of, like, my PFP or something like that. I don't fucking know. Like, I mean, if you're gonna just go this route, just go all the way with it or something. Like, I wish he would, like, break character for, like, 5 minutes for me to maybe, like, give him advice. But even then, I don't know if I want to do that, because then I would be helping him, and I don't want to actually help him. I want him to figure it out on his own. But he's not doing that, because he's never going to, because he doesn't really have many neurons to rub together to figure shit out like that. So it's just like, man... I hear Trump's Sharpie marker really fucked up Alabama a few years back. Yeah. Yeah, it did pretty gnarly. I love it. I just kind of like how he is just like, he's been doing this for a while. That's what I love about it. It's like you've been doing this for a while. You pretend you're like, doing like, like hard worker shit, being like, oh, well, I'm leaving now by like saying you're going back from a break or something like that. And it's just like, dude, like, I've been, labor, manual labor for like 6 fucking years going, strong now at this point. It's just like, they're like, dude, I can tell when someone's bullshitting with that. And this dude is bullshitting hardcore. And it's like, man, it's like, if anything, if there really is anything that probably pisses me off that he does, it's really just like the line about being a worker. It's really that shit more than anything. Not even like his weird anti-work stances, despite that being like, you need to weep, like, it's not even that shit that gets me. It's just like just his veneer of trying to act like he's a worker himself, and it's like, no, you're not. Like, I can, like, you're easy to fucking pinpoint. Like, no, you're not, dude. That shit sometimes do have long ass breaks. I have an example, but yeah, Baby Husky is probably lying. Yeah, Little Husky, yeah. Like, honestly, the thing is, though, I can tell. Like, I mean, you're an actual, like, worker yourself and have long ass breaks, but their dead ass is straight up a difference, and I could tell. It's not also because you're my friend either. Like, I mean, there's just a little bit of, like, a sense of, like, huh, this person has a life. But Little Husky, though? No. I mean, not at all. I mean, it's like after, even though it is just like, live chat in a sense, I'm not a worker and I can tell. I know, like, even, yeah, you're not and you can tell. And also, even though you're not, I can tell that you kind of have, like, the mindset for one. It's just that there's, like, socioeconomic conditions in a shitty fucking country that, kind of prohibit, some of that for people. Because, like, I'm kind of the idea that, like, if people want to work, they shouldn't be prohibited from doing such, and if they don't want to work, there's no reason for them to, be forced to. So it's just like, I mean, I'm pretty much, like, on both ends for it. I'm anti-work and pro-work, basically. I'm, like, anti-work and anti-work. It's like, if people don't want to, and maybe use their labor and work for other shit that isn't, like, work, so to speak, then fine. I'd, like, awesome, cool. If people would rather work and do that instead, fine, whatever. I mean, it's just like, I'd rather have that just be an option instead. So, it's like, if anything, I'd rather that, be kind of an outcome, so it doesn't necessarily matter, but especially if you're going to be a hypocritical dumb fuck like Little Husky is, then it's just like, so then I'm going to really start, like, kind of pointing out all the little holes of Swiss cheese that you is. I mean, that's why I really get at him for, like, being in the mommy's basement type of thing and all that shit, because just, like, that's really what that dude is. Like, he's trying to pretend to be something that he isn't, and, have this, like, smug veneer of, like, people who are actually trying to advocate for a better outcome for people. He'd be like, no, you're actually just wrong and cringe, and all this other bullshit, and be like, and all this other just nonsense. But it's just like, I mean, it's like, because honestly, what good is that actually gonna fucking, like, do anything outside of just being an edgelord dumb fuck? Because you have, like, some sort of insecurity about something, so you'd rather just take it out on everybody versus actually maybe, like, figuring out a solution to the problem. I mean, it's just like, it really kind of comes down to that with a lot of these type of people, and they're just not either smart enough or have the critical think skills, or just, like, too absorbed in this bullshit to actually, like, like, realize that it really ain't it, chief. But personally, I'd rather not, when I can make basically the same thing not working. That was a cop-out. I'd rather not work for a corporation. Well, I'd rather not either. I mean, 100%. At least for me, it's just like, given the circumstances, it's really the main option. Like, I mean, because, like, if I want to work somewhere else, guess what? It's a corporation. So it's, going to be a major corporation and shit. So, at least for me, it's about, like, pick a one that's actually worth its fucking salt. And that means whether it's unionized or actually does treat the workers fucking well. Primarily both. But, mainly, one of those two. So it's just like, for me, it just kind of comes down to whether, like, how well do they actually treat people. And at least, for where I'm at right now, I at least have a little bit more of a direct, possibility of change, in my own workplace, and I've been, able to do that already as it is, so I'll see how it works out, for a little while longer, but Can I help you? You sweet boy. Oh, look at you. You soft little handsome boy. Yes. Mm. Oops. Hey. Stand up. There you go. I mean, I suppose I could probably, like, you know, thinking about it, maybe, like, do something at City Hall or some shit, because that dead ass isn't even really that far away from me. But it's just like, do I really want to work there? It's like, I mean, I imagine the bullshit of the bureaucracy and everything would straight up get to me. Like, way more than, like, a corporate mindset, honestly. But I don't know. I mean, considering the situation our town has been in, and I mean, with our current mayor who's running for the 45th district for state reps right now, I mean, well, I don't know. I mean, it's bittersweet because who's going to take his place? Like, there's going to be a special election once he's if he wins, obviously, if he's no longer going to be a mayor. So it's more or less like who's going to take his place now at that point. Yeah, not a good idea. Like, if I hypothetically were to do something at, you know, City Hall as, like, you know, a staffer or some shit, I'd be, like, in that transitionary phase. And, the bureaucracy and the nightmare of that shit and uncertainty of everything would be horrible. So, no, yeah. Yeah, that don't sound good. Kind of jobs I can get here are very menial and unsatisfactory to me. Again, cop out, but I have the option to not work and not play in a Capitals game. Yeah. At least around here, there's some things that I can at least say that aren't entirely menial or unsatisfactory. And bye-bye. Oh. Oh, yes. Yeah, you're sniffing all the sweats of everything in me. Yes, baby. The back ride is July 30th, apparently. Do you have to be right here? Aw. You sweetheart. Yeah. Yes. Oh, you goof. I can never work a 9-to-5 job any more than 2 days off a week. Yeah, honestly, for me, I'm definitely, you know, really more in favor of that shit. Like, at least with my work, can I help you, bro? Dude. But, I mean, at least, you know, like I said, at my work, like, I mean, I do at least have abilities to get 3 days off and shit. And honestly, it's not bad, but I guess just because of being used to it, I mean, like, I don't mind having just 2 days off and shit, but when it's split days off, fuck that. Ugh, horrible. Should be a 4-day work week, raise wages to make up for missed day. Yep. Yup. As I worked for 6 months and never saw a paycheck. You, wait, what? Was that when you were with fucking Walmart? You never saw fucking one? What? At Walmart? What? Dude. Screams like Walmart today. Dude, that... oh my god. The urge... So... my stepmother took all my paychecks. What? Not even my mom did that when I first got hired and shit. Like, right after high school, when I first got employed and shit, she, like, basically sat down with me and, like, you know, talked it out for, like, you know, the first year, basically. But after that, it was just, you know, left to my own accord at that point. And, you know, so it's just like, but I still saw them. Like, they were, like, in my hand, and I was cashing it in when I grabbed my checks and fucking, like, you know, putting it, like, it was my paychecks that I was fucking getting. Like, what? Like, that, like, honestly, even, like, some conservatorship status shit, like, that should not be fucking legal. Like, at all. Period. Like, what? Put the auto deposit to the pay account for safety because I was financially irresponsible. And honestly, that's just some bullshit. Like if you being, quote, irresponsible with finances is like, you know, buying some weed and shit like that every now and then, and, you know, maybe some other shit like a video game or two, I do that. Like, I mean, whatever. Like, it's not being fucking irresponsible at all. I mean, besides, you're at this point, you're well more than a grown-ass adult, way more older than me, so it's just like, I mean, who the fuck is, you know, she to say at this point? Outside of this weird conservative shit bullshit she's fucked you in. So it's just like, ugh. It's like, man, bro. Fucking she really just wants to basically make you, like, totally dependent of her. Bong rip. Oh shit, Brad's been kind of lurking in the background. What's up, man? Hey, lol. My real mother's pay now. I mean, still, it's a little fucked. Then use the money to buy her or my dad a new set of tires and check up on the truck. I mean, at least that's, you know, going into something useful, I suppose, but I mean, still, it's just like, you, at the end of the day, it should be you fucking getting those checks first. I mean, because if you're the one working, it's your money. It's your labor, so. Oh, you little handsome little super mutt. Had an autism meltdown after finding out I lost a job because I was wanting to use that money as an apartment down payment. Yeah. I would, like, honestly, in your position, I would too. And frankly, that's absolutely justifiable to fucking, like, melt down over. Honestly, I wouldn't even call that having an autistic meltdown. I would just call that being fucking, like, having a vindicated fucking being pissed off. Because, yeah. I mean, I guess maybe it's not necessarily Walmart, you know, that's all fault for it, because I guess they were paying you. Well, not really you, but, I mean, they were, you know, the money, was given for your time and labor at that point. They stole your money and prevented you from getting an apartment. Yeah. I mean, I guess maybe it wasn't directly Walmart, but him getting fired and Walmart firing him over that bullshit. I told my boss to kick my ass and he fired me on the spot. Lamau. That's why I don't do direct deposit. Like, people have asked me, it's just like, because honestly, I just like it having it in my actual hand. I'd rather have it be in my hand first before that goes to my account. Because, you know, whatever money I don't necessarily need in there or want in there, it's going to be in my pocket. So it's just like, honestly, like, I just make sure that, you know, that's why I haven't done direct deposit. Like, I mean, I've thought about it, but, you know, it's just like, realistically, that's just a better idea. But still, that's why I haven't a deposit check, so I use direct deposit. I mean, I don't necessarily like that too, but I mean, the bank, the two ATMs that I can go to aren't really too far away from me, and lately I've been going to Sportsman's anyway, and there's an ATM like kind of out of the way, but not really that far out of the way, over there that's nearby it. So at this point, I've just been going over to that one. So. That experience has left me jaded to working. At least for my SSDI, I put money to my account monthly. Yeah. I mean, honestly, I mean, all things considered, that would, I mean, that would leave me fucking jaded. I mean, honestly, working where I am now has definitely left me jaded. I mean, about a lot of aspects about work, you know, not necessarily just with the company itself, but just with work period and with management and, you know, especially with the administrative aspect of such shit. Like, I mean, but at the end of the day, it's fucking vindicated. Like, you think you're the only, I mean, you're sure shit not the only one. Like, there's so many people that are jaded about it because of getting fucked over by these parasitical managers that don't give a shit. Who basically just, you know, want to honestly find more excuses to just steal your wages off your fucking back. With things like wage theft and shit. What is Zukov doing? What are you doing? You goof? First-time managers and greedy parents, man. Yeah. I mean, it's just like, at least, you know, like, mine aren't, like, greedy, but, I mean, considering the financial situations of everything overall, it's still, like, I mean, it basically becomes, like, very heavily penny pinchy, and because of, for some fucking reason, the wage increases haven't happened yet, and honestly, I already have kind of thought of a hypothetical that bears out. And what it is basically, they're waiting until, like, the very, like, corporate is basically waiting until the very last second to put in, like, the new wage increases for us, to basically see who's gonna wait it out. Like, I mean, who's just going to be patient enough to just, you know, wait for it to happen? And when it comes to our back pay, that ain't going to happen until around June. So it's just like a lot, you know, basically they're just doing this type of shit and waiting until like the very ends of these deadlines and shit just to basically, you know, just drag on this type of bullshit and just, you know, keep, you know, people's pay away, you know, from them as long as possible. And it's just like, fuck off, like, with this bullshit. Like, I mean, not only do I got bills to pay and shit, but I got a dog to feed, I got a gun I'm saving for, like, there's a lot of things that, you know, I've got going on and shit, outside of those things, too. Like, you know, it's like, shit. Like, you know, another little thing, too, is to get a kayak for the summer, like a little individual little carbon fiber kayak and shit that I just kind of take out and cruise in. So, I mean, it's just like, there's a lot of, you know, things that, you know, with a little extra cheddar, I can be doing. But, they don't want to actually fucking, you know, pay me properly. So, I have very strong discontent to the management class and the owner class. Not that I already didn't, but more so now. My parents don't even live in Oregon. They have nothing to do with my finance, thankfully. Nice. Carbon fiber kayak. Damn, ignore slapping some cash right there. I mean, I would save up for one, yeah. Yeah, because why not? I mean, it's just like, at least for me, it's just like, I mean, you know, it's something that I definitely want to do. Because honestly, like, the inflatable ones, like, while they are cheaper, I mean, let's just be honest. Our past experiences with those things aren't exactly the greatest. With leaks and having to try to reinflate them and all this other shit. Like, I mean, let's be real. Like, they're not exact, like, they can be frustrating at times. So it's like, having one that won't do that, you know, is probably a little better. You don't, man, my back. Consider get, my bro, I don't want to make you wait longer for your wife than you already have to. Don't worry about it, bro. I mean, honestly, you're not the only one to have to pay back either. On top of, you know, bills and everything else. Like, I mean, I've been making sure my shit's budgeted, but I have at least, you know, for other things, you know, kind of been putting it on the back burner just in the meantime. But also, at least, you know, because I'm so close to the gun, I'm just gonna put, you know, the last 2 paychecks, you know, 120 in each paycheck just into that. Because by that point, I would have it totally saved up and ready to go at that point. So, you know, I'm just so close to that I'm just going to at least, you know, get that done and out of the way. And then, well, if the new wages come in with this fucking paycheck, then then my actual like pay should be way more than usual. So if that's the case, then maybe I might be able to just get it all done in that fucking week. So hopefully that'd be nice, because I've been waiting for that for a while. I didn't vote on that shit to just sit here and just twiddle my thumbs and have one of them up my ass. Just sitting here waiting. So that cop who told me I wouldn't be able to buy a gun lied to me. Of course, because honestly, it's in the cop's best interest to fucking lie to you. Should go for one of these, cheaper than carbon fiber and more portable. Oh, you're right. I have seen these up before. A fold-up kayak? No, yeah, you're right. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, I have seen these before. Dude, these things look fucking cool. So I'm gonna save up $800 to get me a nice pistol. Hell yeah. Yeah, after I get my rifle and get some parts to upgrade that, I'm most 100% certainly gonna get a sidearm. Don't forget, you need to pay Big Rip the dues. Of course. Like, I'm, you know, on top of the guns I'm putting, well, the one gun I'm saving up for, like, I'm not going to get the part upgrades for that thing until later. Like, once I have the gun itself, I'm going to deal with other shit at that point. So, that includes, you know, make sure that you are paid back. I'm at least going to, you know, put a little, put a little Venom too. Because also, you've gifted me, like, how many fucking games and DLCs the game's now at this point? Like, it's more than just $30 that you've just kind of throwed at me, dude. So it's just like, I feel at least somewhat obligated to at least, you know, give back in some way. I mean, it's like, shit. Big corporate rip. Big corporate rip. Big Rip City, dude. Oh, God. Yeah, I know it's at least 100. Well, I think 80, but I'm just gonna say 100 for the laptop. And how much would I know? Was the Portland one like 40 for the ticket, and like the Seattle one was like 50 something? So basically, like another 100. I'll just throw 200 your way. I'll just like 1 week give you 100, and another week give you another 100. 80 for a laptop. Okay. $67 for a ticket, 42 for second ticket. So 80. All right, so basically 60, 40, that's 100 plus 10, so 110, 80. Yeah, I'll just give you 200. Plus, you know, for the occasional beer, you know, in the last, you know, 2 days that you bought me, like earlier tonight. So that'll kind of make up for that and all that shit. And I guess a little bit of gas money and just kind of collectively all that other shit. Never mind, Lamau, I gotta save a few grand for what Venom wants. What do you want? I mean, because honestly, like, if it's a few grand, you're getting something that's like fucking like like kind of bougie. Oh, Gunbroker. Ooh, Nighthawk Custom. Oh. Oh! 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 Dude, that price tag. Oh! It's like, ooh, let me look. Price tag? Put it back. It's like, nope. Nope, can't afford that. Oh! Oh, that hurt me. Oof. That price hurts. Dude, you could find something for way cheaper, man. Because honestly, if there's like a problem with it, you can just get a part replaced on it. Like, honestly. Like, dude, like, oh, that hurt. Oh, man, just, I mean, honestly, looking at it, I can see why. Dude, that thing is, that gun's kind of fucking sexy. I'm not even going to lie, dude. That's a sexy sidearm. Like, there's a reason why it's that price. Oh, my God, it has, like, ventilated, like, oh. Jesus, this is a fucking nice piece. Jesus. Better be worth that much. I would never pay $5 grand for a gun. until I have the money for that. But even then, I probably wouldn't, man. Like, honestly, like, $1,000 for me is, like, probably the most I'd buy, you know, for something. Well, maybe, well, honestly, the maximum would be $2,000. Maximum. Like, I would never buy, you know, a firearm for more than that. Unless it's, like, a rare vintage piece or something like that, that's, like, a collectible. Like, there ain't no way in hell. Because at that point, I mean, I'll just let that continue to grow in value and just save it. And just not use it. Besides maybe a couple times. But, like, you know, if I'd rather buy it so I actually get my fucking money's worth, but also not have to splurge so damn much on the damn thing. Like, I'd rather, like, over time, let it, you know, be invested in that much money when it comes to, like, ammo parts and upgrades and all that other shit. Like, you know, 1,000 for it initially, and then over time, as you get it upgraded and parts replaced, and, you know, maintenance and cleaning, all that other shit, you know, invest, you know, over time, over the years of using it, up to, like, you know, $5,000 or some shit. But that's years of using it. Took off. Oh, what was that noise? Oh, you know what? You probably need outside, don't you? You've been in here all day. You probably want outside, don't you, baby? I'll open the door for you for a bit. Hold on. Yep, he had to, man. He immediately ran to a bush. He immediately went to a bush, and I just heard him feed. He had to go. More realistic. What's this? Taurus G2C. It's a 9mm. What's the price on it? It's only a penny. Well, oh, you could buy it now for... I could buy this literally right now myself. Like, I have the money for it. I could literally buy it right now. And I could still, you know, maybe in a month, you know, still get my Vishka too. So, if I wanted to, I dead ass could buy this firearm that you just sent me right now. That's why I love Gunbroker, by the way. Gunbroker's soon going to be my most favorite website ever. I've honestly found some parts that I need for my Weatherby over on that site too, so... I mean, my next upgrades are going to be into my shoddy. Getting a good wooden stock to it. Keep the synthetic black foregrip on the front of it. And get another gas piston for it, because the other one's a little chipped. And hopefully I don't need to replace the bolt, but I'm looking at it, and... I mean, it looks like there... I hope not, but it looks like there might be like a little... I don't think a crack, because it doesn't look like an actual crack or anything, but like it looks like a little scratch of some sort, and that makes me a little like sus, because I'm like, how did that happen? It still works fine, and I mean, I've shot it apparently like that, so I mean, I guess it's fine, but you know, I'd rather be safe than sorry. Rather it not explode in my hand, you know, so. But I don't think it's, you know, anything that bad. Because if it was, like, an actual problem, like, it wouldn't be cycling and shit. So, should be okay. Like I said, especially with firearms, it's just better to be safe that way. Like, if you see anything that looks a little off, this is better to, like, really quadruple check to make sure it's, like, actually okay. And not fucked up. Because that could lead to some, you know, to a bad time. Don't want a bad time. Because, well, that's bad. That's also part of the reason why I want the Vishka too, because those things are easy maintenance. I mean, well, any AK is an easy maintenance type of gun, so it's just like, you know, if something happens to it, I just take the dust cover off and I'm like, alright, what's the internals looking like? You know, I just look inside and see what's up. So, it's no reason why I like, like the AK platform more so than like AR platforms, honestly. if you need to see what the fuck is wrong with it, you could easily actually like look at it and see what's actually up with it. Bandit! Hey, little bandito. Zukov, leave Bandit alone. Oh my god. Blasphemize that poor Bush. Good. Bush needs to be blasphemed. Ooh, what's this? Oh wait, it looks like it's a frame. Well, this is just a frame. It's a 1911 45 ACP. But yeah, it's a Series like government's Series 70 issue. But yeah, it's just a frame of it. So if you were getting it, you would have to actually like get all the parts for like the receiver and all that other shit. Because it looks like it has the trigger mech and everything else. It's just a few other things that it needs. Like the actual barrel and like the slide. And a couple other things, I'm assuming. But luckily 1911 is actually pretty easy to work with. That's what I like about older guns, honestly. Easier to work with. Unless you get like a German thing, then it's just going to be the most like complex thing ever. Like honestly. But that's what I like about it. The complexity of German designs. Okay, Zukov, where does he run off to? Where did he run off to? Are you just gonna send me links of Gunbroker now? He says Javan. Oh my god! Oh my god! That's German U-boat commanders, dude. This is a U-boat commanders Luger. Oh my god! How much? Oh my god! My heart skipped a beat looking at that price. But holy fuck, that unironically would be worth it. I'm not even kidding. 1,600,000, like, oh wait, not 1,600,000, like, just 16 grand. Well, 16 grand and $500, but, oh, honestly, just for the rare collected, oh my god, it has a U-boat actually engraved on it? Oh my fucking god. If I was in Richmond, I know how I would spend my money. Yeah, fuck like Lambos and super yachts and all that shit. Just give me like expensive rare ass guns like this. Like oh my god, this thing looks sexy. The entire thing is engraved. Oh my god. Wow, dude. Wow, I've never seen one like that before. I wouldn't even shoot that except for maybe... I don't even know if I'd shoot that once, dude. Oh, I know... Man, I'd be tempted, though. But, I don't even think I'd shoot it. That would just be a collector's piece. Like, I don't even think I would just shoot that. I don't even know... I don't even want to, like, degrade it with, like, you know, the carbon and shit, you know? Like, like, if I did, I'm getting, like, the highest quality, like, ammo ever. Like, the most expensive 9mm. Just so it's gonna be, like, absolute, like, quality ammo that won't be shitty to it. Because, oh my god. That would be something I hang on my wall. Yeah. Oh. God, that, man. God, I've never seen a Luger look like this before. Here, let me just show it. Here. Look at this fucking thing. Here. Yeah. This, I mean, I've never seen one look like... Here we go. Like, all engraved. Like, all the way down the barrel. It's got, like, this little U-boat on there. For a long while, I've always thought you might be right at home with certain European style possession. Only now do I realize what it is. Werewolf and vampire hunter. Silver bullet. Yeah, I'd just be a gunsmith, you know, smithing up guns and shit that can take out vampires and werewolves. And I'll make them look sexy like this. I mean, even like the underside of this is engraved. Like, god damn, dude, this Luger. I mean, look at this. I wish I can enlarge it. Is there a way to enlarge this? Hold on. There has to be a way to... Here, let me go do this real quick. Is there a way to... Oh, yeah. New tab group. No! God damn it. I was hoping it would actually enlarge the actual fucking photo. God damn it, because this ain't doing it. This isn't exactly doing it for me, Chief. Oh, I think that's a serial number right there. Series 100. It's 100 out of however many were made for these very specific, unique Lugers. Wow, look. Oh my. I'm trying to look at it because my fingers are in a way to zoom in on this fucking thing, but god damn. This thing is legit beautifully engraved. I'm not even kidding. Like, that is a beautifully engraved gun. Like, just honestly. I mean, this is so cool. Like, having the... Oh, wow, it's detailed. Having, like, this U-boat on the side of it, like, that is a really cool little thing. That's kind of a cool little note. Considering that's a U-boat commander. The only thing I don't like are those medals, obviously. I'm not a fan of the medals. Like, it's like, I would just sell those, for a little extra money to kind of pay back the 16 grand I've dropped on the fucker. But, I just straight up just keep the gun. I mean, goddamn, I see that too. Well, I mean, that's the only thing I don't like about it is that, but, I mean, everything else about this thing, like, Jesus. Like, the engravings on all of it up here are, like, crazy good. I mean, that's why, gunsmithing can legit deadass be an art, because it took an artist straight up to do that shit, to engrave all that on it. And still be a functional gun, too. I mean, it's just like, oh, I've never seen one so, like, legit deadass, like, beautiful like that. Like, I'm legit just kind of taken aback by that. That is just, oh, that's a dream. That just right there is a dream that I wish. If I have fuck you money, that would be something I would legit, like, have as a conversation piece. Like, hey, would you like to have some whiskey at my place? Yeah, sure, man. Just, like, pop out, like, my secret cabinet and just have that openly displayed. Just, pop out my jars, and my friend's like, what the fuck is that? Be like, oh, yeah, that's my German U-boat commander's Luger. Would you like to take an inspection of it? It's just like, I mean, that would just, oh, my God. See, I'm a sucker for shit like that. Like, that's where a lot of my, like, gun nuttery goes into. It's just historical stuff like that. And honestly, I just don't even want to shoot it. Like I said, I don't even want to. Like, I just have it as something for display. Like, there's no way in hell I'm loading that thing and shooting it. Like, even just for one time. Like, I don't even know if I want to do that. Like, there's just some that are just, like, just too nice. Like, I just want to do it. It's like some guns were just meant to just be shot endlessly, and some were just meant to just look very beautiful. And just, like, be, nice. And that's what that is. Like, that's more of a ceremonial gun more than, like, an actual, like, service weapon that you just shoot. Like, if anything, that's probably just, like, the fucking, like, officer's, like, dress Luger that he would have, when, like, doing, like, dress parade services or whatever the fuck. Like, he probably wouldn't even have it on his person while out in service and shit. Not gonna lie, I wouldn't be able to resist shooting that once. I will be honest, the resistance will be very strong. Like, it would be hard to resist. Like, I would have to have strong resistance to shoot it. I will admit that. Like, but, man, I don't think I would. At the end of the day, I don't think I would. Because, like, if I did, I would buy another Luger to shoot. Which, just an average service weapon Luger, while still kind of expensive, at least, isn't 1,600 expensive. So, at least, 16 grand, so at least. but it's just like still 1,600, 60 grand. I'm pretty sure, yeah, 1,600, 1,000. Okay, I hate math. Yeah, I know he sent me another one, even though you have been doing endless link spam. Ooh, 1896 of an extended fixed mag. Oh, it's fixed on there? Ooh. All matching too. Ooh. Not as expensive. 4,600. That's actually not that bad. It's actually for an old like gun like a Mauser. Yeah, that's actually not bad. I expected it to be more expensive. Damn. It's nice. See if there's like some random little thing on to check out or something. Which, considering it's Sunday, I don't think there is. That Luger man was sexy as fuck. Dude, I'm not gonna lie, I am actually still thinking about it. It's like, oh. If only I had the funds, man. If only I had. Like, if anything, honestly, it looked like it needed a little bit, like a little bit of a shine to it. Like, it looked like I had, like, you know, a little bit of wear to it, but not that much. Soccer Mom or Mr. Beat Political Compass. Yeah, who is this old Mr. Beat? No, not Mr. Beast. Here we go. This is like over 3 hours long. Oh my god. Sweet Baby Ray's. Mr. takes different political tests. Well, he takes all sorts of different ones, it looks like, in here. Oh my god. You don't know Mr. B, might not be that interested in. Well, I haven't heard of him. But honestly, looks familiar. Might have seen his stuff around before. Thought you've heard of him? Well, actually, now that I'm kind of looking for some of his videos, I think I might have. Now looking at some of them. Mostly the shorts. I think I might have seen his shorts. Oh, shit. Yeah, it looks like I actually did see a video of his. It looks for every president's favorite food. Yeah, so, yeah, I think I've, yeah, it looks like I've at least seen some of his stuff before. Oh, an 1897 Trenchy? Oh, it's a 1943, model. It's Model 12. Oh. 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 18 grand. Oh. Sweet Baby Ray's. Oh, it even makes up for the original problem with it, where like the bolt actually like pops out, like from the original models. So it's like one of the more upgraded ones. Oh my god. Oh, I've always wanted a Trenchy. Surprisingly, Lake Oswego is Portland's most bougie suburb. Oh, well, who would have thunk? Let's see. Wish I fucking US so much. I would buy the Luger as a sidearm. Trench gun's my main. I'd probably get the Mauser. It's cheaper, and I'd actually shoot that. Is there like a list on this? Mountain Brook, Alabama. The median sale price of this Birmingham suburb was $720,500 for 36 homes sold in March 2022. Ooh. Palmer, Alaska has the priciest real estate in Alaska with a median sale price of $349,450. Honestly, that's not even that bad. Especially if that last one. Sweet baby Jesus. Here, this one. Paradise Valley, Arizona's priciest suburb, with a whopping $3,487,500 for a median sales price. Oh, sweet baby Jesus. Rogers, Arkansas. Median home value of residential real estate in this vibrant city in the Ozarks is $412,325. I actually don't really sound like I like how a lot of these southern ones, or like Alaska, is basically just like, yeah, we're actually not like utterly shitty when it comes to like pricing. Still pricey, but in comparison to these other places. Montecito, California. This swanky LA suburb. Oh my god, I hate this article already. LA suburb is the priciest in California. I thought it'd be like Hollywood or Bellevue, but okay. And the country, with a median sale price of $5,600,000, which is an increase of 0.2% since March of 2021. Oh my god. Oh my god. That shouldn't exist. Oh my god. Why does that exist? That's the thing. This is gonna... Stefan, did you send me this to trigger me? I'm starting to feel my, lust for, landlord soup. Actually, that sounds disgusting. Greenwood Village, Colorado. In March, 24 homes sold in Denver suburb for a median price of $1,698,000. Oh my god. Westport, Connecticut. Oh my god, this is getting worse. This is actually getting worse. Oh my god. Westport, Connecticut. $2,410,000. Oh my god. Oh my god. Alright, I'm saving that Trump gun. I'm looking at this once I go through this list. Hotchkiss, Delaware. $563,500. I honestly, okay, legit, I was thinking it'd be a little more. Palm Beach, Florida. Oh, sweet. Oh, God. $2,207,600. Oh, my God. Skidaway Island. Okay, the fact that this is the priciest, like, place in Georgia, Skidaway Island. That's just, wow. Forget this one. This is the Trump gun. Oh no, is there one even worse than the other one? Okay, I'm looking at both of those. Kaanapali, Hawaii. Maui's Kaanapali ranks first with a median sale price of $1,710,438. I mean, it's Hawaii. That actually kind of makes sense. Eagle, Idaho. Eagle. This is Eagle, Idaho. Doing a Fox 2, taking out the bandit. I feel like I'm like, you know, I feel like that's like some sort of like Air Force like pilot nickname or something. Eagle, Idaho or some shit. Eagle, Idaho, making a Fox 2. What the fuck? This quaint Boise suburb is the most expensive Idaho. 800, 500, or 850,000. So there we go. Hinsdale, Illinois. The median sales price of homes in Hinsdale was $1.1 million in $3,000. So yay, gross. Zionsville, Indiana. I expect a place called Zionsville to be in Arizona or Utah or something. I expect that place to be like in Utah, but it's in Indiana. Like, okay. So it's 500. Okay, this is so close to 600,000 that it might as well just be 600,000. Johnston, Iowa. Median price of 387,000. Okay, see, that don't sound that bad. Like, I mean, not in my affordability, but I mean, hell, I could potentially actually like save up for that over the years and potentially, have an ability to buy something like that. Leawood, Kansas. Wow, this is actually pricier. 640,000. St. Matthews, Kentucky. We're back down to cheap. 338,000. Oak Hills Place. You could just call that Oak Hills. Louisiana. 300, oh my god. $3,900, $811. There we go. Yay. Windham. Oh my god, these places have such weird names. What the hell? Windham, Maine. Wait, is it spelled differently? There's Windham like wind and ham, and then there's wind but with a Y instead of an I. Like, huh? Whatever. It's 473,500. Yay. Chevy Chase. Seriously. Chevy Chase, Maryland. Which is $1,250,000. Considering that it's near DC, I expected that to be a lot more fucking expensive. Brookline, Massachusetts, which is $1,478,000. Yeah. Birmingham, Michigan. There's another Birmingham, which is $680,000. Yay. Edina, Minnesota, which is $625,000. Hernando, Mississippi. Chesterfield, Missouri. This is like just saying like all the states, isn't it? Which is Mississippi is 300 or 359 $900 $9,500. Blah blah blah. Missouri is 503 $400. Gross. Big Sky, Montana. I kind of expected that to be the most. Oh my god, it's pretty much $2 million. Jesus Christ. I did not expect it to be that much. Oh my god. As I see a lot of these places, like, with the prices that they have, oh my god, my vitriol for, real estate firms and shit just really go through the roof. But, how do I even say Papillion? What? Nebraska, what fucking place is this? Papillion? Why? Oh my god. What? Okay. But that's 402,000. Yay. Minden, Nevada. Wow, literally even. 700,000. Portsmouth, New Hampshire. Another even Stevens. 842,000. New Jersey, like, stop acting cool. Sea Isle City. Like, that doesn't sound, like, that sounds too cool for you. Like, you don't have a right to have that name. Like, we're revoking that city name for you. You're gonna have to pick another one. Like, that just sounds too cool. Like, what? Like, no. No. You deserve, like, Skidadee Island or whatever Georgia was or whatever the fuck. Yeah, that's the name that you deserve for this city, not the Sea Isle City. Like, that just sounds like some Pirate Cove city or some shit. Like, I expect like a bunch of like woke ass like anarchist pirates or some shit, like, vibing there or something. But we know, knowing New Jersey, that is not what it is. Especially if it's on this list. Which, oh my god, gross. 1.3 million. Ugh. Well, it's almost just 1.4 million. Talaya Hill, New Mexico. 1.7 million. Yay. Raleigh, New York. These 1 mills just make me just like want to grab Molotovs. Jersey versus Florida. New Jersey is 1.3 million. Where was Florida up here? Why make me go back? Florida was... Where is it? Where'd it go? Oh, here it is. It's 2.2 million. Florida is way more expensive. Oof. Whoa. What name is this? Lake Norman of Catawba. Lake Norman of Catawba, dude. That, like, that's a name. That is a name. Wow. And the median price is $7,900, $500. So Trump got, we're going for the list. We're almost down the list. We're almost done. We're actually almost near Oregon here. We're about to get to us. Jeez. Rose Creek, North Dakota, is just a little over $500,000, $525,581. Upper Arlington. What about actual Arlington? We don't talk about that. That's on the other side of the tracks. I just love it. That's what I immediately assume, but considering it's on this rich fuck list, like, yes, like 100%, that is exactly what's going on there. I just already know it. It's like, we don't talk about the other Arlington. We don't talk about lower Arlington. That's kind of the more impoverished side of town, if you know what if you understand. It's like, well, it doesn't look that bad. Look around. It's like, hey, shh, hey, boof. Shut up. Hey. Shut up. Yeah. Honestly, if I had to take a guess and looked at Upper Arlington and see where like surrounding regions were, I honestly deadass guarantee you it's probably like, if I looked at demographics and shit, there would probably be some legit redlining and shit going on there. I feel like Upper Arlington is probably a little bit of one of them red line areas, if you understand me, where it's just like, we don't let, you know, certain people, certain incomes in here, you understand me? It's also like Ohio, there's a lot of like conservative shit around there, isn't it? You know, so it's like, especially, you're gonna get like hardcore nibbies going on there, like, yeah. Like, I'm just making a mass assumption, I honestly don't know, but I'm just making it, I'm just feeling like there's like some sort of like, at least like a 60% chance there's a possibility that's the case. Jenks, Oklahoma. Jenks? What, is this like Cenk Uger's place? Jenks? Ah, I clicked the thing. No, go away. Okay. Well, anyway, Jenks is 411,455. It's actually meh. Oh my god, quit clicking this. New Jersey by far, fuck Florida. And if it's more expensive, then ew. Oh, here's Lake Oswego, Oregon, with $930,000. So basically, damn near $1 million. Gross. Lame. Wow. Malvern, Pennsylvania. The median income home value is Chester County. Town was $634,264. Newport, Rhode Island, $848,000. Half a percentage point more than the same period last year. Ew. Isle of Palms. The Isle of Palms. Dude, North and South Carolina have some kick-ass fucking names. Like Lake Norman of Catawba, and then the Isle of Palms. Oh, 1.3 million. Oh, okay, that, wow. Oof. Downtown Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Like actual downtown? Wow, I think that shows how cheap South Dakota is. Like, only, like, the downtown, like, of Sioux Falls is, like, you know, like, so basically, like, their downtown basically their only city. Which is, like, $497,551. Brentwood, Tennessee. 1.2 million, or $1.28,500. Ew. West University Place, Texas. I'm assuming this is like a rich-ass bougie college neighborhood town. Which is 1.396 million. Oof. Park City, Utah. So I expected like Zionville or whatever the fuck that other place was in Indiana to be here. Which is basically just fucking $2 million. It's like 1.98. Like, that's pretty much just $2 million bucks, essentially. Like, you're literally like 2K, like 20K away from being like 2 mil. Like, I mean, whatever. South Burlington, Vermont. At a pretty nice, respectful $493,147. Oh my god. Another DC suburb, Great Falls, Virginia, which is 1.65 million. Oh. Mercer Island, Washington, which is off the coast of Seattle, which is 2.15 billion. Billion. Oh. It's not that, it's million. Hedgesville, West Virginia. Homes at Hedgesville are $315,000. Park City is ski is Utah version of Aspen. It's a little ski resort place. How many more are there? There's Wyoming. Okay, there's 3 more here. Mequon, Wisconsin, located in Lake Michigan's west shore. Blah 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 blah. 689,900. Moose Wilson Road. This place isn't even a neighborhood, it's just a road. Moose Wilson Road. Welcome to the town of Moose Wilson Road, everybody. Like, oh my god. Wow. Sad. Sad. How's it that? Oh, 1.75, like $1,754,637. Moose Wilson Road, Lamau. I'm not even kidding, dude. Wesley Heights, District of Columbia. Only 5 homes sold in this small neighborhood during the first 3 months of 2022. Median sale price is impressive. More like disgusting. $2,452,000. Gross. Well, that's solidifying my views about landlords. And all that shit. Alright, let me look at these Trump guns. Oh my god. American flag. This is just like a 38 special Ruger. With an American flag stamped on it. That's not really a Trump gun. But yeah, what's this one? Oh my god, oh my god. A Trump Glock. It's a Trump Glock 19. What the fuck? What the fuck is this thing, dude? What the fuck? Oh my god, dude. Wow. What is that even supposed to be? 45th. Is this in like? Is this actually in a 45 caliber, or is it not? What caliber are you in? There's 5 of these? Oh my sweet baby rays. No way. Oh my god, dude. What the fuck? How's it not Colt 45 poser status? Someone really loved Daddy Trump. Yeah, they made 5 of these fucking things. Like, is this in 45? Like, this has to be in 45 caliber, right? No, that looks like 9x19. Dude, this is in fucking 9mm? Lame. They can't even be a 45 caliber? Lame. Cringe. It would actually be funnier if it was actually a 45 caliber. But nope, it's not. So, boo. And yeah, it could have been a 1911 Colt. Like, an OG coat that just, like, got butchered. Utterly. And only $900? Seriously? Wow. I guess I could... If I was a... if I was the Fascist Alter Ego version of me, Lil Husky, I probably would, but I'm not like that, so... Wow. Wow. Just, what a thing. Get you a jump gun? No. Never doing that. I'd first get myself, like, a full-on, like, Bernie gun. See the Trump AR. Wait, did you link me one? Did you actually do that? Well, there's those. I see those too. Hey. Hey! Hey! There's no reason for you to be boofing. You got no reason to boof. There ain't no reason for you boof. Ain't no reason for you boof nonsense. Look at you. Hey! Hey! Zukov! Hey! Zukov! Hey! Hey! Shush! Zukov, no. Get in here. Get in here. Come on. There ain't nothing out there. Come on. Quit being a goof. Come on. Jesus. And will you chill out? Come here. Come on. Come here. Oh, you goof. Oh, you goofball. Oh, you little mon, you little butt. Why are you so ridiculous? Huh? Why are you ridiculous? You super boofer. Oh, you super boof. This is a Trump AR. Oh my fucking god. Spazzo cheap as well. I've seen ARs as sportsmen's more expensive than that. Oh my god, this is even worse. Wow. This is just wow. Are you growing? What are you growing for? There's a really cringe candidate from Mullet County who's constantly on Reddit with bad takes. Are you serious? Like, what the fuck, go campaign or something? No way, there's actually a candidate fucking on Reddit just bitching. Like, what are you doing? What the fuck? Oh my god. Oh. baby. Honestly, thing. Oh. Oh, the big goof. The big goofy baby. Oh. 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 Mayfield, she has a mod verified account, whatever that means, constantly pledges to crack down on the homeless. Oh my god. Is she one of those NIMBY types that bitches about homeless people and shit? Without actually having any real solutions besides potentially, hypothetically, just letting police just crack down on them? Can I help you? What are you doing here? Oh, that's so little. It's so little. What's up? Yeah. Yeah. Oh, you baby. You big baby boy. You got like a lot of like fur situation going on here. Do you not care? Oh my god, you goofball. Seriously? What are you even trying to do here? Man, you really are shedding, like, massively now. Like, oh my god. It's not even funny, bro. Yeah, I should probably do it. Probably shouldn't, but I'm going to. Oh my god, this is a bad idea already. I can already tell. All this is going to be flying everywhere. I senses it. Oh man. Oh my god, there's like a whole cotton ball that I just like pulled out of him. I just pulled out like a whole fucking cotton ball out of his booty. Like straight up. I'm like, oh my god. You have like white fur all underneath here. Like, yeah. Like, what the hell? Like, well, okay. Oh my god. Jesus. My god, man. This is Jack. I think I might just have to shave you down. This is a little absurd here, Jack. No malarkey. Oh my god, you. This is absurd. Absurd, dude. She set up her campaign website to have her good takes at the top, her policy, and leave the shit at the bottom so people are less likely to read it. Wow. Of course. I'm not necessarily surprised with that shit. How much am I getting off of you, dude? How much? I'm just gonna keep doing this until this stops. At least he likes it. He loves being brushed now. He used to not really like it as much, but now he likes it. Soothes him. Make a whole new doggo of the hair again. I know, dude. This is ridiculous. Like, I can make like a fucking coat out of the coat that he's shedding. Oh my god. It's like, it looks like there's like 2 little guinea pigs in there or something. It's like little guinea pig corpses that are just like in there. All fluffed out in rigor mortis. Like, God. Look at this shit. There's still more just like immediately building right back up. You're ridiculous. I'm literally just like brushing his like little booty area over here, like on his back. Like, this is it. I'm not even getting up here or nothing. Like, this is all back here. Especially, like, because honestly, this is where it's the worst of all shedding. Oh my god. I'm not even exactly the greatest spot to get all of it. Oh, you fucking little bitch. Okay. Well, this is one way to do it, I guess. Well, not really. Aye. God. There's just so much sheddiness going on. It's just absurd. You're ridiculous, bro. And now I'll get up here a little bit, because I know it's not really that bad up here. Oh, actually, I got a little spot right here I need to get, huh? Right there, yeah. Oh my god, it's all just building right back up there at the bottom again. This is ridiculous. Oh my god. It's a whole nother cotton ball that I'm just pulled out of you again. Oh my god. This is never ending. You're never ending with the fucking, with like, ugh. Like, this is just never ending, dude. Oh my god. Bro. What do you have to say for yourself? Alright, I gotta, like, take this off again. Like, oh my god. It took forever, but found her bad takes. Bootstraps to address homeless crisis. More people need to get roommates. Oh my god. So, like, encourage just, like, advertisement billboards to just say, get a roommate. Bunk up with, like, 8,000, you know, like, other potential people that, you know, could be in your neighborhood. Find somebody who will be the best fit for you. Just trust me, bro. That's how it will work. Stronger together, am I right? I just gotta, like, get your tail a little bit, too, because all this fluff is getting into your tail now. Okay, I just feel like it's just, like, everywhere now. Can I help you, baby? I'm trying to get, like, all this, like, white baby fur off of you, dude. Because there's so much of it, and it's ridiculous. Oh. Bruh. Okay, you want to flip over? Want to flip over this way? You just want to be on my lap. That's all you give a shit about. There we go. Now I can kind of get to the other side, where I haven't been able to get to. My God. This is just as bad. I'm straight up pulling out another little dog out of this. God, bro. Get that little tail out. There we go. So I don't accidentally nick it. Don't want to do that yet. I feel like I'm actually starting to, like, not get as much of the shit everywhere now. I feel like I've actually made progress. Oh, wait, hold on, this clump. I'm seeing a clump. Alright, are you trying to, like, fall off here? You're just, like, zoned out to me just been brushing your booty this entire time. Alright. That's about as much as I'm doing. Alright, there you go. Oh my God, he's still got so much of it, though. Never mind. Get this off. Off, you shed fur. God damn. Offensive. LaFuckus offensive architecture. Are they just bitching about, like, oh my God, some architecture is offensive and we shouldn't allow it because think of the children? Dude, she sounds like a fucking, like, conservative dipshit, dude. She's just, like, some weird, like, conservative Republican type, just like, oh my God, we must, like, protect the kids and, you know, bootstraps and, you know, kind of support the police, but I'm not going to openly say that part, at least. Or are they just, like, a neolib type? They don't specify. I mean, it kind of sound like that, or, like, either, like, a massive shitlib. She's a shitlib, I think. Yeah, probably. Strikes me as a massive shitlib. Boo-boo. Meh. Oh, you sweet thing. Whoa. You goof. Oh. Yeah. Thank you, sir, just from her side and interaction with her on Reddit. Oh. Well, I haven't had any interactions with her, nor do I really want to, though. Oh, blah, 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 blah. Belly rubs, belly rubs. Love never see baby boy belly rubs. You gonna get one of those legs going or something? You usually do. You like to do that. Meh. Meh. Beep, 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 beep. Just a little. Belly rub. Belly ribs. Belly ribs. Yeah. You look like a little dork. You look like a dork right now. You look like a lazy little dork. Meh. 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 What a goof. Careful of that tail. Just headbutted me. Thanks. Thank you. Goof. She's like pissed off about the Bushi Hotel. I guess that's her offensive architecture. I doubt it if she's a shit lib. But, I mean, a part of me would hope so, because if that's the case, then I guess questionably based. Like, I'd be okay with making sure that, you know, we're having that seen as offensive architecture, because I'm okay with that. I do think it's offensive. So, took out all those goddamn food carts that I so loved and cherished. Especially about those fucking bratwursts. Like, I really wish those were there still. Yes. His little baby. Oh. Oh, mostly boy. You know, it's offensive architecture, anti-homeless architecture. Yeah. I mean, honestly, it's just like, I'm supposed to have an area for food carts. Well, I know actually a good chunk of them are kind of coming back to the park that's kind of next to where that place is now, from what I understand. But not all of them are able to go back to though, but they're able to at least accommodate some of them. But at least for like, you know, able to put like, you know, homeless like architecture, or not really even that, but like kind of affordable housing and shit like that. I mean, I guess it could have been possible, but not really, considering it's downtown. So it still would have been better off just being food carts than a whole bunch of them. Brandy homeless, maybe she wants to remove architecture that helps homeless people. Yeah, probably. Which is like what? I mean, it really isn't that much in the first place. Because usually they're trying to put anti-homeless architecture in. It's like that's already being done. It's just like, oh my god, I hate shit libs. What? So I guess she just wants to expand on that further. It's like, yeah, we'll just kind of keep that going. I mean, she really just strikes me as like the embodiment of like a landlord type or something. And a NIMBY and a massive shit libs. I think I think you're definitely right. She definitely sounds like a very staunch shit lib type. Ugh. Gross. It's like a part of me just wants to say, you know what, just fuck off and just embrace what you really are. It's like just a conservative because you got so much in line with what they are. Because you don't like homeless. You don't like, people who are in poverty and shit because you think they're like disgusting filth or whatever the fuck. Probably not fond of things like drugs and shit because you'd rather people just clean themselves up or whatever the hell. Or so, it's just like, ugh. It's like, come on, it's like you're not that far away from basically being like one of these conservative types. Just embrace it. That's like the one thing about shit libs. Like, there's like, I guess there's like, one or two, too many issues for them to be like, yeah, we're not gonna be conservative. But they're pretty much like close enough to it. It's like, I mean, just admit what you are, damn it. I don't think she likes Trump. I mean, it's like there's a lot of conservatives that don't either. She's like Wheeler if Wheeler has spine. Oh, God. Oh, man, gross. Horrible. Ugh, I just hope Wheeler's just goes away. And why is there, like, goddamn, like, Kurt Schrader ads in places like in fucking Portland? Like, seeing these goddamn Kurt Schrader ads are so fucking annoying. Like, ugh. It's like I will verbally just literally go, boo, Kurt Schrader, boo! If I see it, because it's just, like, gross. Like, ugh, lame. Like, not even, like, shit libs like you anymore, bud. It's partially in Portland. Partially? Okay, maybe, like, partially. But, like, where we're at? Like, full on, like, downtown? The fucker needs to be voted out. Yeah. Which is why Jamie McLeod is, who I'm hoping will actually straight up win that shit. Which, honestly, I mean, considering how there's even, like, shit libs that don't even like Kurt Schrader anymore, I have a very strong feeling that is probably, a possibility. I mean, because at this point, I don't really know anyone who actually likes that guy. Because, honestly, what the fuck does he do? Nothing. So, he's literally a do-nothing. So, it's just like, as far as I'm concerned, I don't know what the fuck he does. Sit on his ass with a little fucking dildo up his, sitting up on, on his chair while he bounces on that while just kind of fucking dosing off the corporate lobbyist dollars or some shit. Like, what the fuck does he do? It's like, do you actually do something? Like, you wouldn't even, like, be a part of the whole, like, impeach, fucking, like, Trump process thing. You were like, nah. So it's like, even there, man, it's like that's not even, to me, that's not even like a tokenary thing, but even then, that would, at least make you not look like such a blue dog Democrat shit fuck. Like, ugh. I don't think any candidates I have are any good. Well, that kind of sucks, unfortunately. I don't have my ballot in here, but I pretty much have most of it filled out at this point. Outside of a few things, which I'm probably just going to sit on those for a minute. Which is mainly just the governor, and then the like some metro council thing, and then senatorship. He's to the right of Blue Dog Democrats. Well, Blue Dog Democrats are basically just like Republicans in Democrat clothing. I mean, it's literally just what they are. I mean, which is exactly what the hell he is. He's literally just like pretty much the lizard. He's a lizard embodiment. I mean, well, I'm not wrong. He's a lizard embodiment of the fucking, like, what that is. I'm undecided on a fuck ton of races. Metro Council, Governor, Senate, Malone Chair. Yeah, Senate, I'm not decided on. Governor, I'm not either. I wish it was in here. But, yeah, at least for, like, even for, like, the Metro President thing, or whatever the fuck it is, like, it's not on the actual, like, ballot pamphlet thing, so I'm just gonna have to literally find those people's names directly and just look them up. The candidates for all those offices seem great. Yeah. Well, at least for my area, it seems like there's decent people and candidates running. I mean, honestly, I could definitely tell. Also, there was actually another one that I think I haven't decided yet on quite yet. This is between Lieber Ford and, like, Paul Savas. because both of them are both like endorsed by different unions and are kind of endorsed by a lot of different like grassroots organizations, but different ones. And it's just like, huh. And just based on what I've looked up about both of them, I mean, they don't seem terrible. I know Lieber Ford actually definitely seems good, and Paul Savas doesn't sound bad either. So I've just noticed that from what I have read up about him, he's registered as a Republican, so he also kind of has under his belt, like, yeah, I kind of support cops. And I'm just like, oh. But he also has a lot of different other... it's not like cop unions he has endorsements of, funny enough. He has like a lot of firefighters unions. The AFL-CIO endorses him, and there's a few others. So, funny enough, like the Fraternity Order of Cops or whatever the fuck union they're called or whatever the hell, like, I mean, they don't endorse him, strangely enough. So. But all the firefighters around here do. Which is fine by me. I'm not against that. I mean, so, like, I don't know. Like, I'm thinking, honestly, I'll probably go with Lieber Ford, but, I mean, it took me a little bit to kind of think about it for a minute, though. But I think just because of the other dude's kind of more pro-copy sentiment, it's just like, What's the opposite you're going for? It's like I think it's like some council position. Here, let me look him up real quick. It's the one that Lieber Ford's running for. It's a nonpartisan type of position. Metro Castro, yeah. Because it's a nonpartisan type of seat, so, you know, technically Republican and Democrats can run against each other in this seat that she's doing. Yeah, it's Clackamas County Commission, and I think it's position 2 or position 5. It's one of those two. Clackamas Metro. Yeah. Yeah, so it's the Clack County, or the Clack County Commission, so... Yeah, but I don't know. I mean, both of them definitely don't sound bad at all. Like, if anything, I think Lieber Ford definitely sounds better, but... I mean... Apparently, like, Paul Savas was holding the office for a while, but then he lost the seat, and now he's trying to get reelected into it again. So I'm just like, you know, now thinking about it, I'm kind of wondering if there's, like, some other motive about that dude. So I'm like, It's like, I'm actually kind of thinking about it. Maybe he isn't necessarily the greatest guy. I mean, his policies outside of the massive pro-cop sentiment, which isn't even necessarily that strong. It's just kind of there. But still, it's just like, So, if I haven't yet, I think I'll put in Lieber Ford for that. Because I'm pretty sure I filled out the other ones, but I think that's just the one I haven't done yet. I still have the Metro, like, council thing or whatever. I think it's like an auditor or some shit. I got no clue. I have to, like, deadass, like, search their names online if I can actually look for it. Because for at least some of these smaller seats and stuff, like, I have times tried to find names for some of these people, but deadass will never come up. And it's just like, oh my god. I'm just kind of left to the whims of just like, well, does this person sound trustworthy? It's like, oh my god. Because I think, honestly, like, sometimes people just, like, use their Facebook pages or some shit, I think, you know, to do it. And it's just like, why? Because deadass, I have seen that too. And it's just like, ugh. It's like, what, you can't afford just a basic, little, simple, like, campaign website? Doesn't even have to be that complex. Like, Lieber Ford's is, like, kind of all over the place a little bit. Like, it's kind of, like, you know, got a lot of colors and, like, kind of different, like, at least on the mobile, it looks all kind of cluttered and stuff a little bit, but whatever, hey, it's a website, it works, and I can navigate it, so whatever. You know, it's not necessarily hard to navigate. It's just all kind of clunky looking, but modern still. I mean, I if that makes sense. But, hey, You don't need, like, you know, some crazy, you know, spectacular looking, like, website to fucking, like, you know, get your shit put out there. So it's just like, really? Just your little Facebook page? It's like, even I would at least kind of flex out with, like, a little campaign website if I ever did something like that. It's like, I mean, because you gotta at least have a website. It doesn't feel official unless you have, like, a website. It's like, yeah, we're a campaign website. Hell yeah. Both have websites, are looking through them. Well, I know both Lieber Ford and Paul Savas do. I've looked for them too. And honestly, Paul Savas definitely seems to have kind of like a pro-environmental element to him. I don't know how strong it actually is. But it seems, you know, to be about, like, yeah, we need to protect, like, you know, our environment and stuff. You know, about, like, you know, like, our natural environments around here, blah, blah, blah. So it's like, okay, I'm not against that. But it's kind of more vague in a sense. So I don't know, like, how far he's actually thinking with that idea. I doubt, like, you know, full on, like, you know, hey, let's actually enact, like, full on climate action shit. But just more like, yeah, let's just kind of, like, stop wildfires and stuff. So I don't know if he's, like, you know, going to be directly hands-on at that shit. Outside of just, I guess, the basics and just maintaining parks and that shit. Savas is a bootlicker. Yeah, I told you, he has, like, a kind of a pro-cop little thing going on there. Which is why I'm like, eh. Like, because initially I was like, alright, don't sound bad, but then I found that on his website, I was like, oh. I was like, well, suddenly my position kind of changed. From undecisive, you know, to more decided. At least on the pamphlet, do I have that in here at least? No, I don't. Shit, whatever. But at least on the pamphlet, like, it didn't say, like, any, like, fraternity order or, like, cop unions or anything endorse him. So, despite that, I don't think he's been, like, endorsed by them or anything. So, I think he's trying, but kind of failed with that. My guess is probably because they endorse some other bootlicker that is willing to suck that boot harder. They want more than just, like, some tasks like, yeah, I support cops and sheriffs and stuff. Because it's kind of like just one little paragraph that's just basically that. But it's just like, well, you're still kind of a bootlicker. You just knocked the fuck out? Yeah, he's knocked the fuck out. Yeah, but at least for Lieber Ford, definitely know she's not fucking gonna be doing all the bootlicking. Most of Clackamas County Republicans have put their personal cell phone numbers on campaign websites is some weird tradition. I don't know, man. I've noticed that too, dude. Like, I'll see, like, actual cell phone numbers where it's like, you can call me. And it's like, what? Why do you want people calling you? Like, do you want spam calls? Do you want to literally be incessantly spammed by people? Because, you know, there's, like, lefties and libs that are going to look at those and be like, I'm going to start trolling. Like me. So it's just like, what the fuck? Doesn't JP have complete stranglehold? Yeah, I mean, the only thing that I can see potentially is maybe, like, with, I guess if your state does, like, have, like, little measures or ballot initiative stuff, because there actually might legit be some stuff in there that might be worthwhile, and maybe, like, some city council shit, because there might be somebody, while maybe still kind of a racist chucklefuck, might actually have some ideas that might be somewhat alright, so, I don't know, like, it's at least worth looking at, but, actually wasting your time in voting, depending on what's happening, yeah, I mean, at least from what I understand where you live, it's probably not fucking worth it. If you're like in Birmingham or something, I'd say it'd probably be far more worth it. Only super local politics and weed stuff here. Yeah. Most of them are bootlickers, though. Yeah, and honestly, that's what I mean. Like, if there's going to be any, like, measures or anything like that are going to be related to cops and shit, I mean, it's not, you might as well not even bother, because, like, honestly, I've kind of noticed that about Clark County. Like, there is a lot of, like, kind of progressive and lefty stuff about, especially where I live, but there's a lot of bootlickers, and when it comes to any policy that, it's like, hey, sheriffs get money, hey, cops get money, or whatever the fuck, it's just like, that's just gonna go fucking through. Like, I mean, that's what happened at the last thing. Like, it was, like, there's some unnecessary budget expansion to the fucking sheriffs here, and that fucking passed without any hunky-dory problems at all. So it's just like, it's just because they basically can just kind of weasel and buy their way in, a bunch of excuses as to why they need it, and people are like, oh yes, we must back the blue. Hello, we are the Alliance of Queer Transracial Soccer Moms, and we are wondering if you will complete a questionnaire for possible endorsement. Oh my god. The Queer Transracial Soccer Moms Alliance pack. Oh my god, dude. That would be quite a pack. Alabama homicide rate 14.2 per 100K. Oregon homicide rate 3.8 per 100K. That might be defund the police. Not even fucking real, dude. It's like, seems to be a very high homicide rate going on in Alabama, but there's a fuckload of, like, police funding and shit. Weird. It's as if they don't do fucking shit. And also, there's probably other sources to that issue as well. I mean, homicides doesn't necessarily equate to a gun being used, but I guarantee you if there was at least some basic, gun regulations and shit, I guarantee you that would drop a lot. Like, a fucking lot. Like, having just a basic FFL background check and licensing when you get a gun, that should basically, at least the basic fucking minimal. Like, having a license, for it, and, going for a background check, and having, the FFL transfer and all that bullshit when you get it. I mean, that should at least be the bare fucking minimal. And I definitely want more than that. But there should be a whole, like, goddamn procedure and shit. Like, a class they have to take, while you're waiting for your background check and shit. Like, there should be a whole fucking thing you have to go through. But, if you go through it and pass it, then go ahead. You can get it. Big deal. Like, you've proven that you can, safely have it. But it's just like, Jesus. There's a candidate for mayor in Birmingham that smokes weed openly and is black. You can imagine what white Republican ads are like, I'm sure. Oh my god, yeah, ugh. Lame. What's lame? You can just say lame and not give context. Like, what, huh? Sounds like Alabama needs to basify the police and fund social programs instead. Yeah. Dude sounds based. For honestly, the gun grabby stuff. I mean, I wouldn't even, like, I'm not saying I would go full on ban shit and all that. I think there just needs to be a more stricter procedure when you just get it. Like, I mean, like, I'm not, like, saying, like, high cap mags or fucking all that shit, necessarily should have to be banned or whatever the fuck. They're just, it needs to be a procedure and a background check and, getting some training and learning your actual fucking firearm, when you get it. Because if you fail on any of that front, then it shows that you're probably not, trained enough or avid enough to have something like that. So, no build, sale, private property transfer, second member repository, well, no tax empty either. That's crud. How's it crud? Like, what's so bad about that? I mean, honestly, like, what's really bad about having at least, some basic, checks in place to make sure somebody who probably shouldn't have one, doesn't get one, but people who should be, who has, the safe means to be able to have one and can prove it and passes background check and, some basic training. There's no problem with that. Like, I have a 12 gauge literally right across the room from me right here. Like, and I mean, I know it inside and out. Like, I know how to disassemble it, reassemble it. Like, I mean, and I think that should just be the norm. Like, if you have if you own a firearm, you should be, there should at least be a universal thing where you should have at least, like, a class going while waiting for a background check, which I think should at least be, like, at most a month, but maybe like 2-week procedure, just like while waiting for a check, going through, some basic, training about how to disassemble, reassemble your firearm, how to use it, where things are on that said firearm, all that basic shit. Just simple stuff. I mean, because honestly, that's just, some basic, responsibility of gun ownership is learning your weapon. So, I mean, just make that the standard and a universal thing. So there's more guaranteed that, the person who's getting it is better trained and better responsible with that said firearm, which is better for everybody. Less likely to have somebody who's, gonna pop off a little bit and use that gun on somebody. It's a little cold. Where's my jacket? Oh, there's my jacket. I ain't going nowhere. Just grab my jacket, bro. That's all. Joe gun probably no bill sale, 100% legal. I mean, in the state that you probably live in a lot of states, rightfully so, that probably shouldn't be. Not an Oregon innocent, understand legal background check required. Yeah, if there's two private citizens who wish to sell gun to one another or something like that, there needs to be at least have a FFL licensed dealer with them. That's the way you can do it legally. So you would have to, the person selling the gun will have to either have an FFL licensed dealer with them or go to a place that does and go and have the person who's selling it get a whole transfer and all that type of shit. So, but that's honestly a basic process. That's just making sure that the serial number to that firearm is, legally transferred and attached to the name of the person who sold it to, which is a good thing. Get guns officers stress gun violence. I mean, yeah. And let them be in the hands of actual proper, like, gun owners who are willing to abide by the actual laws and shit. Because I am. Like, Oregon has some pretty simple gun laws and shit. Like, they're not even that horrible. Like, I mean, like, nowhere near, like, California and shit. Still, pandemic prices. Boo. Pandemic prices? What are you, like, some sort of, like, bargains market? What the fuck? Like, guns aren't just, like, some little, like, play toy. I don't give a guess who gets my guns. I'm pretty sure you're basically just admitting to federal crimes at this point. Well, that is federally... Yeah, like, I think at this point, you're just literally just straight up, like, doing a full-on fucking, like, federal crime and shit you're admitting here, too. You know that, right? You need a dealer's license and need to be running background checks. Yeah, so you're basically doing, like, you shouldn't be admitting stupid shit like that online. Either you're lying, more likely, or, get busted by the feds. Yeah. Because, deadass, like, like, straight up, like, you either are lying, or you just straight up, you know, are admitting to fucking federal illegal, like, crimes and shit, which, especially if you're admitting that shit online, yeah, it's only a matter of time before the fucking feds find you. Just on, like, a little YouTube name, they know what your name is in real life. I mean, it's the fucking Fed. It's not like some weird little bloke who's like, I'm good, you know, whatever the fuck. It's the government there. Like, you got the NSA and all that other shit, dude, like, really? Like, probably should have been a little bit more reserved about some of those things that we're saying to her, bud. Like, seriously. Like, I do think there are certain laws that I think are a little buns and shit. And I do think some laws do go a little too far. Like, you know, like, fucking, like, the weird, like, California, like, applying type of, like, you know, shit. You know, whatever the fuck, where it's just like, oh, you have to have, like, you know, a fins-based type of thing, where you have to kind of, like, hold it, like, you know, kind of like how my shotgun would be like, or whatever the fuck, you know, but, or having, like, you know, only restricted to a certain amount of, like, capacity, because it's like, I mean, if you're just gonna have fun, you know, license, you know, with your own firearm, and having other friends with you, you know, and shit, going to a shooting range, there's no problem with that. I mean, it's just like, I think that's totally fine. Like, I do that. That's what I do. I mean, it's just like, there ain't, you know, it's like, I don't think there should be, like, you know, like, this extra shit that prohibits, you know, certain things about that. Like, if I want to have, like, a little, like, for my Vishka, like, I could potentially get, like, a 75-round drum magazine for that. And it's just like, and honestly, like, I would want a couple of those, because they're fun, you know? It's just like, I mean, there doesn't need to necessarily be something that prohibits me having a little bit of fun. I mean, it's not like I'm gonna, like, do something with that shit besides, you know, buy a bunch of melons and plink the fuck out of them. Like, I mean, you know, it's not like, you know, something that I think, you know, that we ought to worry about. Like, I guess, you know, maybe having, like, you know, that attached towards, like, FFL, you know, purchases and shit like that, like, sure, I could probably get that, you know, for something a little bit more bigger like that, but I mean, for, like, this, you know, but for, like, standard, like, you know, 30-round mags for, like, a lot of different, you know, basic rifles and shit, outside of, like, you know, hunting rifles or marksman rifles, which are usually like, between 5 to 10, I mean, it's just, like, I don't know, I mean, it's, like, it's not that big of a deal to me. Just get them out of the hands of, you know, people that are actually the major problem about it, that are having, you know, these, you know, illegal type of purchases, curious enough, and actually, you know, cut that shit out, and cut out the loopholes, and actually have, like, you know, just licensing done up, you know, whenever a firearm is sold to somebody, and require this type of shit, and have a heavy crackdown on people that are doing legitimate illegal purchases like that, because that's how gun violence gets around. It's not because, you know, someone like me wants to have fun with a plinker with a 75-round drum or some shit. Like, I'm nowhere near the issue. I just want to have a little fun here and there. Maybe get a little bit of Tannerite. Not a lot, just a little bit. Stay at like 100 feet away. Just watch I go boom boom. That'd be pretty fun. Probably would need to stand up more than 100 feet away, depending on how much is used. If you use like a little bit, it should be okay. But if I use like a cup's worth, I'm probably going to want to stand pretty far back. Tannerite is very explosive. But it can be very fun if done safely and properly. What the fuck? Biden and Kamala hate each other. Biden harshly dismissive of her. Damn. Oh, he sold him a gun that was used in an armed robbery with no documentation. I didn't make him do it. I know, right? For real. It's like, what a dumbass. Pandemic prices, Lamau. Like, what does that even mean? Pandemic prices? Like, whoa, oh yeah, we're selling it on a bargain price. Like, what the fuck? It's like, at the end of the day, they're not like goddamn fucking, like, little airsoft toys or some shit. And even then, like, I mean, you know, you gotta be, like, a little safe of that shit. I don't think it necessarily has to be attached to the, you know, shit like goddamn licensing or whatever the fuck. They're fucking airsoft guns, but, like, still. I mean, it's like, Jesus. It's like any, like, gun-related thing should be treated as if it is, like, the actual thing. Especially the actual things. It's just like, fuck. Did mama not teach you right? I don't think his mama taught him right. I don't even think he's here anymore, but yeah. His mama didn't teach him right. Sad. Oh yeah, I haven't seen him on Reddit, but I know what you're talking about. The, like, hardcore, like, gun experts that are just, like, super, like, libertarians. Yeah, no, I know what you mean. You didn't accidentally ban him, did you? No. Honestly, I'm surprised that he didn't show up. Some other troll did. Well, I guess maybe... either he is I don't think he started as a troll, but I feel like that other dude kind of wanted to troll a little bit. But honestly, if he's being legit, dude, the feds are definitely, most certainly gonna see him soon. Like, I'm just gonna be honest. Especially if he says that, like, if he flexes that often and shit, I mean, it really did as a matter of time. Especially if it happens to be, like, a very specific area that has a heightened, you know, hit of, like, gun violence and shit. Was that little husky? Oh, you know what? You're right. Let me look at that. Best YouTube music play. Oh, you know what? I think I saw that dude when, like, the other mass trolls came in. Maybe he just came in on his own time. Maybe it's just, like, another troll that came in on his own time or something. Or it could be a sock account, you're right. Ooh. Plot does thicken. Oh, I think he's dreaming. He just went, whoop. His little dream. Oh. No. Does he chase things in his dreams? Sometimes. Oh. Still wired awake. It's 5 a.m. Lamau. I think you're just having an all-nighter. Oh. Little baby. Was kind of twitching a minute ago. I smell a nice shift in your future, Lamau. He's a sleepy boy. He is a little sleepy boy. Aww. It's like he knows he's being watched. Stop moving now. You're not twitching, you're real asleep. Even though it's so cute. Oh, what a little adorable little mutt. Oh, well, you kind of look up. I see those little eyeballs moving. Hey, baby. Little, little, little. Fox Hills wants public schools eliminated. I actually saw that clip on Abandoned Hope the other night when TJ did that. And it's basically just, I mean, what do you expect? They just want mass indoctrination. Mass, like, Christian, weird, American mysticistic fucking indoctrination and shit. It's like, ugh. What if Oregon Star allowed convenience stores to sell pre-rolls in cigarette section? I think when it comes to just CBD only, I think they kind of do, but not for, like, you know, full-on convenience stores like fucking like 7-Eleven and shit. What's this? Wasn't it got? Ooh. 850. Man, I remember when these were like $150, but now it's $850. Oh, when it comes to Bayonet, this is supposed to have vending machines for late night stoner moments. Yeah, they definitely should. I do agree with that. There definitely should be things, you know, of that type of stature available. How much would $40 ground shipping? Ooh. Oof. Oh. You sweet baby. You sweet little thing. What if Taco Bell decided to save costs and cut late night service in favor of late night vending machine with cold ass tacos? Oh, dude, oh man, dude, that would be horrible, bro. Dude, that'd just be some buns ass shit, dude. What the fuck? Dude, that'd just be goddamn buns, dude. Hell no. Hell no. Like, hell to the McFuck no, bro. I mean, I guess it would be nice to reheat, but... no. No, it just... ugh. Ugh. That just like, repulses me. It's like, yeah, let's just put a bunch of, like, pre-cooked cold-ass tacos in a vending machine and see who sells them. Or see who buys them. It's like, dude, no one's gonna buy that shit. Maybe, like, some desperate son of a bitch, but, like... I don't even think then. I think they would literally just, like, eat grass at that point. Like, start, like, you know, ripping grass off, like, the field just outside, just start eating it for sustenance then. Like, honestly, like... It's like, what? This cold-ass taco's been in here for, like, 5 hours? It'd have to be, like, a heated, like, vending machine or something. So everything stays warm or... Oh, wow. Well, I guess there's at least a guaranteed buyer. I'm down for vending machine tacos. I'm a slut. Well, there you go. I guess someone's fucking deranged enough to buy one. 5-hour ass cold ass tacos and shit. Like, oh my god, dude, you psychopath. What the hell? If they were hella cheap, maybe. Yeah, if they discounted it. This is why they need to automate Taco Bells already. Just so then you could just walk in, you know, like, to the equivalent of the drive-thru, but they'll have, like, you know, a walk-up menu that you could just pick up. So you just go to the pickup thing, you know, like, where it'll be at the drive-thru, and you just pick up your order from there. It's like, but you pay at, like, a walk-up kiosk, and then you just kind of go over to where, you know, delivered food out. Like a little, you know, have it all ready to go for you. Fully automated communist Taco Bell, dude. I mean, honestly, just have, like, you know, like, if they pretty much already have, like, 2 people, but basically just make most of their shit, just make sure food's prepped, and just clean the place up a little bit, and keeping the machines all maintained and working order. Because they're jobbing, like, a significant amount. So it's just like, if anything, same pay, for, you know, doing less work. Yeah. Automate the McDonald's, right? Yeah, just fucking fast food, just get it over with. Like, I know, you know they're gonna just, like, you know, lay off, like, everybody, though. So it's just like, they're not gonna at least keep 2 people. Like, I mean, but still. I mean, it's like, they should at least have a couple people there, just in case shit goes wrong. Because then you can at least have, you know, if a machine breaks down or something, you know, then you at least have, like, you know, some manpower to make up for that, you know, at the very least, or something. You know, while somebody else is trying to maintain the machine and get it fixed up and all that shit. Once it's in working order, then there you go, bada bing, bada boom. So, I mean, at least having 2 people makes sense. And then just make them 24/7. Because then the 2 people that are there, you know, like I said, in their off time, you know, like, while they're fucking around, they can just kind of stock things up as they go. So, it's like, oh, looks like our meat cooking machine thing is not working, you know, right now because it's running out of meat. Looks like we need to put some more meats in there. So, it's like, get all set up and ready to go, and boom. Proper restaurants shouldn't be automated. Oh, well, yeah. Like, you need an actual proper kitchen for that. Automate the McDonald's play areas, have little robots running around while little Aiden is pounding down noobs and poning noobs and COD. Yeah, just, like, upgrade them to just, like, little gaming centers so kids are just playing Call of Duty and shit and Fortnite and whatever the fuck. Oh, God. You know, they would just have, like, you know, some fucking, like, sponsored, like, McDonald's base, like, games and shit that everyone would be forced to play that are, like, nowhere near as good as anything. They would just be shit. I like to have humans bring me food, call me bougie. Ugh, you fucking bourgeois ivory tower fault sniffing son of a bitch. You want humans serving your food? Ugh. Should it be the other way around? That would literally turn the local McDonald's into a neighborhood babysitter. Oh my god, dude. That really would. That basically would. Parents would be dumping their shitty kids there all the time. Dude, you're not wrong, man. Oh my god, you're right. Hasn't there been times where parents have just kind of, like, left their kids at, like, these playhouses or whatever the fuck at McDonald's before? I feel like I've read articles about that before. Florida woman leaves her kid abandoned at a playhouse at McDonald's. That would bring back arcades in a shittier form. Oh, dude, oh, man. Let's not... Alright, they better not, you know, desanctify the goddamn arcade, man. Honestly, if McDonald's did have, like, some dead-ass, like, legit arcades in there, like, honestly, it would be a reason for me to go back in there. Like, yeah, I'll have a little, you know, a little, like, Big Mac, you know, for... little extra bacon and beef in there, because, you know, I'm gonna demand bacon on that bitch. I don't give a fuck. Big Mac bacon. Get a little extra fries, you know, maybe have, like, a nice big-ass chocolate milkshake, you know, play a few arcade games. Like, that sounds fun. You know, that would be, like, a little treat I'd probably do every now and then, and it would actually be an incentive to go there. Like, so, honestly, if they had, like, some legit-ass, like, arcade shit there, like, I don't know. Probably, I've definitely heard people leaving their kids at Walmart as a babysitter. Oh my god, no, I know what you mean. I think I actually have seen that, where, like, you know, where, like, some kid was looking at some stuff, and the parents were just like, kind of just kind of kept on going. And eventually, and the kid just kind of was casually looking around or whatever. And luckily, the parents didn't like turn, either way down the end of the little aisle or whatever the fuck. They were still kind of like, if the kid popped out, they could see her. But, because eventually the kid looked around and was like, oh, wait. And just started running. And you could kind of look on this look of like angst and worry about, starting to slowly build up. And he just looked this way, didn't see her, looked that way. And she was over there, and he just started sprinting. I was just like, oh my god. It's like every time I go into Walmart, I always remember some weird shit like that, because Walmart's always just feels so weird. More time since you think. Oh my god, it really is. Oh, dude. Walmart is just like the embodiment of America, isn't it? It really is just the embodiment of American society. It surely is, isn't it? Like, when you go into Walmart, you are literally just straight up seeing America right there. Like, whatever's in that Walmart, just dead ass, is just America in a nutshell. Like, it really just is, isn't it? Like, Jesus Christ. I try to be optimistic, but honestly, I don't know if this country's worth saving. What do you expect the result when this country has shit for childcare? Kids get dumped in libraries, Walmart's fast food establishments, etc. while parents work. Yeah, basically. And it's to the point where, like, a lot of parents don't even necessarily give a shit about the kid. They're just, like, kind of pressured into having a kid, but sometimes they don't even necessarily want one, so they're just kind of like, eh. It's kind of there following me around, I guess. I see that a lot, where parents just, and when they're at least old enough, they'll just like, here, be distracted while I don't deal with you. So it's like, I don't have to, like, worry about you, so I can ignore you. Here, play with a phone and, like, have your, like, tiny little, like, 8-year-old brain be absorbed in whatever fucking, like, tech and ads and whatever the fuck. Like, ugh. Parents will leave their kids at a local arcade in our Walmart, then freak out when they couldn't find them later because they wandered off and be forced to search the store for them. Walmart in Arab, Alabama does. Oh, really? Oh my god. A very small one. Well, yeah, probably for the basic premise of having the kids abandoned there. Sukov, hey. What's up? What? You just woke yourself up. What's up, buddy? Do I hear Bandit? Is he outside again? Oh, Hey! Probably, hold on. I do hear something, but at the same time I don't trust it. It is Bandit. Hey, buddy. Sit off. Let Bandit through. Come on. Zuka, back up. Back up and let Bandit just walk on by. Come on. Zuka, come on. Oh, I see why Bandit's coming in here. It's starting to rain out there. Hey, Bandit. I kind of knew I heard something. It's just Bandito. Zukov, leave the cat alone. Ugh. I don't know if it's still around 6-year-old info. The currents and armor around your speakers to join the bathroom. Oh, that is here too. I hate the bathroom. I hate bathroom dude, especially when someone shits the floor. Oh man. Actually, the last thing I heard about a weird bathroom incident with our store is apparently someone crushed up a bunch of like perks, like a bunch of perks, and fucking like snorted them up in the women's bathroom or some shit. And I'm just like, what the fuck? And there was a bunch of powder still left over on the floor and all this other shit. Like, actually, you know what? I think it was they were shooting it up. If I remember, actually, now I think about it, because I think I remember saying there was like a leftover needle too, or some shit. Now that I remember, but if not, they were totally hell snorting it. But now I'm thinking about it, I'm pretty sure they were shooting it for some ungodly reason. I sure. Oh my god! Why do people just? Never mind. Never mind. So many employees at the time would go to bathrooms to do drugs, or local still would. Wow. When it drops so shitty that you just like just leave a bunch of just like do a bunch of fucking like meth and coke and shit or whatever the fuck in the bathroom. The singular homeless dude. Wow. Yeah, the single homeless dude or like 3 of the employees that work there. I wonder who could be doing this. I kind of like save that for a little bit, you know. You little yawny boy. You got the cutest little puppy ears. Man ain't even over there anymore. He's inside now. Picture being the only homeless student in bumfuck Arab, Alabama. Oh my god, that'd be sad. You know what's stupid about Walmart here? 20 registers and only 2 open at a time. Weird. Sounds like my store. Why is that like the corporate standard? It's like, hey, we have like 8 to 10 to 20 registers and all this other shit, but you know what? Let's only have like 1 or 2 of them open at a time ever. And it's just like, what? And I know some of that shit is not just because of understaffing. They just purposely do that. Like, because there's been times where, like, our checkers have actually been staffed up and, pretty decently, even if someone does call in and shit. And dead ass, like, they just do that. They'll just have them 2 open at a time. And it's like, what? Why? It's like, there's literally, like, fat-ass fucking lines, like, up to wazoo. Like, hey, we only have, like, 2 people plus self-checkouts. Like, are we serious? Like, okay. They had one in Bozeman, sometimes only 1 open. Only 1 was open! Self-checkout's good enough. Maybe we'll have 1 if self-checkouts get a little too busy. So the checkout's hot here. They have like 4 people at a time watching you like hawks so you don't steal. Oh my fucking god. Man. Over here, it's a lot different. Like, there's only 1 person who kind of manages it, and you should just kind of sit there and chill. Trust us. Trust me, we don't get paid enough to worry if you steal shit or not. Like, honestly, I mean, it really is kind of the least of our concerns when it comes to certain things like that. It's really insufficient and weird. Yeah. They do that at the Walmart around here, too. Like, the few times I've been there, in the past like couple years, in their little self-checkout area, and with just kind of like some more like high risk for being stolen type of areas, they will have just people just watching other shoppers and shit. They'll be kind of seen as like kind of managers or like courtesies doing some shit, but they're there to watch you. They're basically like, if you look, because I've watched some of them before. And they're basically just like, having like 1 card of go backs and maybe taking like a couple shirts back. But they're really just doing that to kind of patrol. Like, they're not actually really, meant to do that type of stuff. They're meant to watch you. Because I actually remember one time, the last time I was there, I think it was just shortly after the pandemic happened. I was just grabbing some socks, and my dad happened to, go in there for something and doing some errands. And I was like, fuck it, I'll just go in there anyway. And and I was just kind of like looking at the socks for a minute, and some other person wanted some shit, and it happened to be one of these like security people and shit. Actually, one of them that happened to check out, knowing that she was that. And I was kind of minding my business, at least in the meantime, just kind of deciding if I want something. She's like, but then she kind of like, once she was done, just kind of started watching and be like, you need something too, right? And I was like, whoa. I was like, oh, yeah. And after that, I was like, okay, now I'm on the spot. I guess I'll decide on this. Like, I have to sit here and fucking decide that, I suppose, because I can't actually get to it because I locked the fucking socks because that's like a high-risk stolen shit. So instead of just not giving a fuck and just replacing them and just calling it for shrink, they would rather just lock it up and actually escort it all the way to the checkout areas. Like, you can't even have it with you either. It's just like, and that's especially how I knew. It's just like as if it was like one of the other like courtesies or other people, they would have to call one of them over to do it. Because I saw that as well, like with someone else, with some other person who was doing like stalking or some shit. The escort socks, I fucking shit you not. Like, they had like those locked up, like underwear locked up, just like certain shit. Like, I mean, when it comes to that, and also like things like razors and just certain things that especially if you're homeless, that are kind of necessities. So they're going to be very likely to get stolen, especially from places like Walmart. They just lock it up. So, treat all your customers as criminals. Yeah, basically. Like, instead of just just restocking shit and not giving a fuck, everyone gets to be treated like they're in a, like some sort of a prison situation, and they're all like just basically criminals. And it's like, yeah. Honestly, this is why, like, if I ever go to Walmart, you know what, out of spite, yeah, I might pocket a thing or two. I mean, but the thing is, like, it's just, like, even when they do watch you like hawks and shit, like, they're not, really doing their job 100%, because they know they're not getting paid enough to really actually, like, fucking really crack on you. Like, I mean, they're, like, if they see you want something or whatever the fuck, I mean, they're just doing their part of their job of just, helping out the customer in that sense, because they don't got a choice. But, like, because it's just straight up the company that's making them do these stupid fucking arbitrary bullshit things that are unnecessary. And, with the locking of the shit up, too. Like, next time, for some ungodly reason, if I go in that Walmart again, like, I'll take some pictures and show you, dude, because I'm not even kidding. At least the last time I was there was like that. Maybe they've changed it a little bit since the pandemic and shit, but I highly doubt it. I'm pretty sure it's probably, if not even worse, I bet. And even though it is a shit way to run a company, yes, evidently Walmart keeps making profits and don't give a fuck, so... Like, I mean, even then, it doesn't matter. People just kind of accept it and just let it happen because, well, I guess it's cheap. It's just so stupid. So annoying. It's actually almost at the 3-hour mark, exactly. So, I don't want to end it yet. Not yet. At least gonna wait till 3-hour mark. For 12 stream, I would, but I mean, honestly, I want to at least have some decent sleep in. 420 stream, you really, it's what, like 4:20 a.m. or like 4 hours and 20 minutes? Because it's 3:30 right now, and I want nuance. So, yeah. Because it's 3:30 right now. Like I said, so a.m. Okay, that's way better. That's so much better. Like 50 minutes. I need to sleep also. Yeah. Like, I will, but as soon as like 4:20 a.m., I'm like, as soon as the hit is hit, like, it is. And I am definitely getting my Z's. Sleepy for the Week. It's a good song. But you're all wired up on fucking caffeine, so, I mean, shut up. Like, I double dipped, like, fucking Royal Blood in Seattle, had to, like, trek from and, you know, to and from there. Didn't really get that much sleep, you know, doing that shit, because I just kind of, like, as soon as I got home, like, I was just, like, awake. So I was like, well, I guess I'm not going to sleep for now, because of my nap, my 2 naps. So it was just like, well, alright. And then my friend Logan woke up at some point at, like, hella early in the morning, and I was like, oh, okay, this is a opportunity to just spam a bunch of Royal Blood pictures from Seattle. And him and I just randomly started chatting for a while until I dozed off, finally. Then I woke up at 2, and I was like, okay, I swear if my work calls me, I'm going to be annoyed. And luckily they didn't. So, it was an excellent weekend. Excellent weekend, I know that much. You know, I will say, actually, I don't think I've had like a fucking like lit ass weekend like this in a while. Like, you know, I don't want to. I don't want to go back to the grind and be like, ugh, deal with that. You know what? I think I might just bring my Bluetooth and just like say, fuck it, we're vibing here. I'm bringing the vibes. I'm gonna like make like a little Royal Blood playlist and just like make everyone else listen to it. I mean, there's nothing explicit about the lyrics or nothing, so they can't fuck on me for it. And honestly, I was like listening to Trouble's Coming, and it's like, oh, man, I'm starting to think that might be my favorite song by him now. Because they got a lot. I mean, I don't know, man. They got too much of a good like funkness to them with just like their tone and shit. Like, I have a new appreciation for Lights Out too. That's a good one. Definitely gotta have to see him live again. Alright, so we're going to Oakland, right? So we're going to Oakland, California, right? We're that's a part of the trip, right? We're gonna hit them all over the West Coast. Oh my god, that would be just fucking overkilling it, honestly, even for me. Like, that's overkilling it. Triple dipping it. Seattle, Portland, Oakland. Oh my god. We would have to just leave like the night of. Like, we'd be having to like pack up and like leave tonight for that shit. Oh my fucking god. No. I'm just actually thinking about how that would work, and if it's on the 3rd, oh my god. And if we want to kind of like pregame in Oakland for, honestly, I don't know why. I don't know what is in Oakland. But like for some reason, if we wanted to, like, oh man. Oh, that's just some. Because isn't Oakland, like, near L.A.? So you're coming to Bama to see a show, right? I mean, honestly, like, at a certain point, once I start getting around to driving and shit, like, I mean, if I have, like, ability to take, like, some mad time off or some shit, or, like, maybe, like, kind of do a pregame, be like, months ahead of time, be like, till my work, be like, hey, I want to do like a month off, where I'm doing like a massive road trip or something like that. I mean, then that could actually be kind of a variable. But here, I actually want to look across the bay from San Francisco. Are you facepalming me? Oh my god. I don't know where every little town in California is. I know there's San Jose, and then there's San Francisco. I know that's around the bay. Because I remember seeing that shit as I left San Jose from my trip from Texas back in October. I didn't know Oakland was over there. Like, I thought Oakland was more near, like, okay, I didn't know where Oakland, like, so out of all the places of, you know, all the cities of California, I get Oakland wrong. Oh my god. Yeah, I guess it is, you know, a major place. Oh, yeah, okay, a major city, yeah, alright. I mean, yeah, it is. Like, I'm pretty good with geography. I fuck up with one little thing. Oh my goodness. Unlike most Americans, I at least know where fucking, like, Ukraine is and shit. So. And I can at least, you know, probably, like, name, like, I mean, it's like. It would be. I could very technically go to Oakland, but it'd be very difficult. Yeah. Which is why I'm just thinking about it and be like, ugh, you got it very wrong. Like, people in Oakland would probably be offended if you're like, so this is SoCal, right? Oh my god. Oh my god. Well, California offend me, so you know what? Meh. They deserve their little mild moment of offense. Look at grief. Oh no, I've offended some Californians. That's not hard to do. Oh, I offended some Californians? What? Did I just say hello? Did I just say woke? It'd be like someone thinking Portland were in Washington. I wouldn't immediately be offended, though. I'd just be like, no, that's next to Washington, across the river in Oregon. Like, boom. If anything, I'd probably say you're probably thinking of Vancouver, Washington. You know, because it's like literally right across the river where Vancouver is. It's just like right there, so. Like, if anything, I'd just say, you're probably thinking of Vancouver there, bud. You know what, here. At the very least, well, at least have some background music. I wish I could play Royal Blood as background music, honestly. Or like some other shit like that, but I really can't. Some shit. That could be some shit. Man, I wish copyright was actually like properly enforced. Because then I could. But no. Unfortunately not. But I can at least do this. You know, I'll make sure before I do it. Picture how lit Royal Blood shows in Europe must be. Oh, honestly, they probably kick ass. Especially those in England, too, I imagine. Because that's where they got their, where they got their start. I'm honestly not gonna lie, I'm actually kind of been impressed by Cleopatra a little bit. Like, Logan's kind of like meh about it. Like, it seemed like everybody was kind of like meh about it, but I'm like, I don't know. Like, kind of Tyler made like a little joke about it. It's like they need to kind of stop mimicking, you know, robot. It's like, what? No, they're not. It's like, okay. Actually, funny enough, when I was I really mad on Cleopatra, got their name. I don't know. I mean, honestly, like, I'm gonna at least listen to more of their songs and more of their music. And funny enough, when I was on the TJ's Discord and went in their music section and I posted some of the Royal Blood photos I had over there, and kind of started chatting up how I was double dipping and everything. Like, one of TJ's mods, Mendacious C, was just like, with your royal blood, I raise you one to Cleopatra. And I'm just like, I saw them too. Like, they're with them right now, actually. So, honestly, I need to go in that Discord and, oh wait, I actually already did, never mind. I put some Cleopatra photos up in there too, when they were playing live tonight. I should actually need to make sure Medici sees that, because I'm sure you'll think that's like, hey, awesome. Want Cleopatra, but all I got was Patrick. I wish it were actually like SpongeBob core. Oh my god. No! This is Patrick! Just like some crazy ass fucking like core music and shit. Oh my god. I'm just thinking of like what absurd shit that could really be. There's probably like, I feel like there's somewhere out there, even if it's like some local garage, like, you know, metalcore shit, like there's like someone doing SpongeBob core. Dead ass. There's somebody out there doing it. They are very, they aren't bad, but they aren't very memorable either. Yeah, definitely not like memorable, but I don't know. I definitely like them enough to at least, you know, check out more of their music. Well, looks like they have a lot of different albums. They have a very, like, kind of 90s aesthetic. Next up, Mastodon next Monday. Oh, fuck yeah. I don't know if I'll be able to make that, but if I have the day off, I'm gonna say fuck it. Actually, I might not be able to make that due to overtime. Yeah, I might. I'll see if I can. Well, they definitely have their own YouTube channel, and it looks like they actually upload a lot of their own stuff. So definitely give that a subscribe. A subscribe. I'm an emo, but did you know there's a high sex crimes in emo bands because they attract underage girls like flies? Yeah, I can imagine that quite a lot. What's up, buddy? Love the music, hate the fan, to be honest. That's kind of how I feel about like a lot of different like music fandoms or like music communities. Like, you know, it's because honestly, it's just like, yeah, like I love a lot of like, you know, these different, you know, genres and shit that, you know, like have like metalhead communities or like punk rock communities and all that shit, but it's just like, in a lot of way, and honestly most of it is just because like there's a lot of fucking purists and shit. We're like, oh, this music's actually good stuff. It's like, really? I mean, it's like, are we, like that's what really kind of gripes me the most. It's just like, super, like, music Puritans. Like, there's one thing where it's like, yeah, I just don't like it, it's just not my taste, and blah, blah, blah. Like, that's one thing. But where it's just like, oh, no, this is, like, actual music, and this is just garbage trash. Like, and it's just, like, weird, like, ivory tower sitting fucking appeal. It's like, ugh. So I have to decide between Roger Waters and Sabaton. I mean, I'm definitely down to do Sabaton. I'm definitely going to attempt to get my own ticket for that if I can, for sure. When are they? They're in September, aren't they? I think I remember last time reading up about a tour they were going to do. It was September, I think. I could be wrong, obviously. Could be sooner. Definitely in Sabaton. Yeah. Plus, honestly, like, I haven't heard as much of their newer stuff. September 16th, 17th. Oh, yeah, that's right. They're in Portland twice. I can only make the 17th. Oh, you know what? I'm double dipping them. Oh, now that I just remembered that, I'm double dipping both of those days, dude. Like, in the West Coast, we're like the only town they're doing us 2 in a row. Dude, they must love us. Dude, Sabaton must love Portland, bro. Honestly, like if for some reason if like Portland's the one place they're doing it twice, I think if I remember when I looked at their full like tour list, I think Portland was the only one that had 2 on there overall. Maybe that's just how it worked out, or I don't know. But I'm definitely gonna try to go both of those days. Definitely. Dude, Sabaton just puts up like a fucking just badass crowd. Like, I mean, like when Sabaton's up there, like, you know the crowd's gonna be fucking popping, because they're gonna just make sure that it is a guarantee to pop. $45 per ticket, so I'd basically be paying $70. Well, you Harley, Tyler, and I on 17th. Yeah. That dropped at a good, nice time. Tyler, might double dip with you. Yes, Friday off also. Friday and Saturday. Oh, that is a very strong likelihood I can do that. Especially when I requested this early off in advance. Oh, yeah. Man, I'm glad this year is the fuck 2020 and 2021 year for me, because the momentum is just going, and it keeps going strong. And it ain't stopping. All gas, no brakes, baby. I love it. Because next thing for show is going to be some of the Petapaloozas, and then Blues Fest. Oh, and then the furry convention too. I'm going to want to at least try to shoot for that, because that's coming up. You'll get hell lit at it. Shroomies? I've heard rumors of potential shroomies. Because if so, I wish to find some. Metal Ride this year? Oh, hell yeah. Venom, see why you need to make a pilgrimage here? Have a backup plan in case, you know, shit goes awry, because then you can just pilgrimage your way up here. The vibes would be good. If Harley finds his guy, I'll make him find him. Yeah, he'll find him all right. If not, he'll hunt him down. Okay, maybe not that far. Make it become like Goon of a tire iron. Hop on the Greyhound to paradise. Yep. You'll find him, hunt him down, and send him to the Greyhound to paradise. Let me see, man, because I ain't getting there anyway, but by flying. Well, you don't wanna have a little workout and work your feet in. Have your feet, you know, touch the lay of the land as you trek all the way across this great nation. This great nation of debauchery and shit. Can't stand buses, Lamau. Then you could do 30-hour Greyhound like my friend did in Montana to get to LA. Well, he just said he can't stand buses, so... And flying would be quicker. And I guess depending on the time of year, actually might even be more cost effective. It would be, well, you wouldn't be able to take a lot of shit with you though, unless you want to pay for a lot of like the, you know, cargo fee and shit. Greyhound isn't a bus. It's a way of life. You know, I wouldn't necessarily mind doing that, like to go to somewhere like Canada or something. But it would just be better to just take an Amtrak or just take a flight. And if anything, I'd probably just take a train over there. Or fly. I mean, either way, it would, like, hypothetically, I could, like, fly to Canada, like, you know, maybe, you know, like, go to Victoria Island or some shit, you know, on, like, a ferry, you know, take it back to Vancouver, and take a train all the way back to Portland with the Amtrak. Like, I mean, hypothetically, I can do, like, a totally, like, little, like, circly loop-de-loop type of thing. Greyhound your ass down here, enjoy a little Southern comfort, Lamau. Southern comfort, okay. It means Southern paranoia? Because I want to Greyhound my way down there. I would just drive there to make sure I can have my own stuff with me. What if Venom took Greyhound to Portland and then they enter New Mexico? Everyone immediately starts cheering, hotboxing the bus for finally reaching a legal state. Oh my god, dude, that'd be great. And just chiefing all the way to the West Coast, dude. Dude, that'd be awesome. It's a long-ass drive. Well, I'd be making pit stops on the way over there. I mean, honestly, hypothetically, I wouldn't mind doing, like, a big-ass, like, road trip to, you know, different chunks of America. That'd be pretty dope. So, it's just like, as long as I have a vehicle that can do it, like, yeah, I'd totally make, you know, some pretty cool long-ass little treks across America. Couldn't picture doing that. Driving to Montana is about the best I could do. Well, like, I mean, for me, I would be able to, like, you know, kind of pre-plan, like, alright, I'll go to, you know, these little town areas to kind of, like, rest a little bit and shit. And, like, in bigger city areas, I'll stay there for, like, a day or two to kind of check out the sights and shit, maybe. You know, and then just, you know, sleep in my car or van or whatever the fuck I have and just do that to save money. And just kind of do that shit. And even have a tent with me, because if I'm, like, you know, if I want to, if I'm on the side of the road, I could just, like, move off to the side a little bit or near a rest area and just kind of truck off a little bit and sleep or something. You know, or just take, like, a little side road and just do that instead, you know. So there's, like, little methods that I can do, you know, save some money and shit and make it a little bit more feasible. Make it a little bit more casual in a sense to where I'm not, like, you know, having to, like, spend so much money on things like hotels and shit. Until I go into, like, more bigger city areas. Like, I know an interesting way I could do, like, you know, a way to get to Alabama, like, just go east to Chicago and then just go straight south, you know, down to places like, you know, just kind of down to, like, Birmingham, basically. So, I mean, that could work. Go to, like, you know, Kennewick, you know, Missoula, you know, Cuthbert Billings. Probably spend a little bit of time there, see my sister, say what's up. Then go to Bismarck, you know, and just kind of cut through, you know, the Midwest a little bit and get Chicago that way. Couldn't do it. I already don't like driving as is, and driving for that many hours sounds like a level of pain to me. I mean, honestly, I could tell at the end of our Seattle trip, you look like you were burnt the fuck out. I mean, we kind of all were. I mean, not like that burnt out, but I mean, you know, when we're, you know, kind of doing a little all-day trip to Seattle, and then, you know, well, not maybe moshing as much in, you know, Seattle one, but like kind of rocking out and shit, then late night drive back and all this other shit. Like, I mean, yeah, I mean, we're kind of burnt up a little bit. Huntsville is better than Birmingham, less pollution. Well, I was just saying that as an example. So Huntsville then. Yeah, stuff to do one day Seattle trip. It's possible, but not ideal. Yeah. It's better to just kind of spend the night there and then leave the next day. But better than paying big daddy basis for a hotel. Yeah, true. Which is probably why that rest stop right outside of Tacoma probably had a lot of people sleeping there. Because it's probably far fucking cheaper than paying for a hotel up there, especially with sales tax, if you think about it, because I'm sure it implies to that too. Plus, it's close to where I live in Coleman, which is a German town. Ooh, a German town. Let me guess, a bunch of Nazi scientists escaped over there. I'm just kidding. Probably not. It's probably more older than that. It's a city to some city in Germany I can't pronounce. You know, I think I've heard about that before. There's like some sister city to it. What is it? Coleman and... yeah, I mean... it's a German word, so I'm not exactly gonna know right off the top of my head. Man, fucking Zhukov's goddamn hairs, dude. Bruh. Oh my god, there's so much in here. What the fuck? Dude, yo. That's Huntsville, Lamau. Where all Nazis went. Huntsville has the rocket development base for the military. Oh. Well, you know what? Honestly, wasn't even that far off, I guess. Your mayor's name is Woody. I assume not of the backwoods type. Yeah, definitely not. They even have a building named after Wernher von Braun. Kind of a random aside, but I'm actually kind of surprised Deep Fat Fried hasn't done an episode on Wernher von Braun. The Von Braun Center. Is it with a V-A-N or is it a V-O-N? I thought it was V-O-N. Wernher von Braun. Yeah, it's V-O-N. He was actually born in Poland. Wiezik, Poland. Which I'm not saying that right, I guarantee it. But also, it's a Wernher with an H-E-R, not an N-E-R. So, W-E-R-N-H-E-R. Whoa. Holy fuck, his full name is insane, dude. Wernher Magnus Maximilian Freiherr von Braun. Dude, what a name. Magnus Maximilian Freiherr. Dude, like, I never knew that was a part of his name. I guess it would probably be Freiherr. Ferdinand Magnus Maximilian Freiherr von Braun, dude. Oh my god. What a mouthful, too. Jesus. You know you must be, like, born of, like, some established, like, family or some shit when you have, like, a name like that. Well, the dude Coleman is named after is actually kind of based. Really? Yeah, I'm looking it up now. It's the largest city. Beyond having a nice beard. Well, let's see. I want to look at the history. Because they'll say it here. John G. Coleman. John Gottfried Coleman, German businessman and political activist, immigrated to the U.S. In a result of financial ruin in the Revolution of 1848. Born in Frankweiler, in the Rheinpfalz, in what was then the Kingdom of Bavaria. Okay. Well, what is this dude? Yeah, like an export business. He became involved in revolutionary activity in the Neustadt during the Revolution of 1848, following the Bavarian Crown's suppression of the rebellion with assistance from the Prussian army. So, what's that about? Springtime of the peoples, or the springtime of the nations. Political upheavals throughout Europe. He left America after a German royally took issue with his support for democratic reforms. Huh. Coleman had a lot of German-style restaurants, and I have to say German food is delicious. Oh. And actually looking at it here, it looks like from what I'm reading about it, yeah. Seemed like he was definitely doing a lot more pro-democratic type of shit here. I'll go back on. I'll go back to the Coleman guy. Yeah. He was able to reestablish himself, but lost his fortune following speculation during the Dano-Prussian War. Ruined in Germany, he began to look abroad for opportunity. His sights settled in the U.S. However, at the time, the American Civil War was ongoing, fearing conscription. Coleman temporarily settled in London in 1864, not wanting to leave his family in not wanting to leave her family in Germany. His wife stayed behind. He was considering a place to establish himself in a small colony for German expatriates like him. In Cincinnati, he was able to establish himself as a lawyer and gather the money to put his colony together. First subtracted land near the modern-day town of Coleman until the land was 350,000 acres, or 1,400 square kilometers. Wait, Railroad can give a title of colonel? Really? Where does it say that? The railroad, whose business would benefit as more settlers made their homes along the rail line, made him a land agent and gave him the title of colonel to reflect a new role. So, whoa. That's actually pretty cool. I didn't know that. When it said colonel, honestly, I thought like there would be something about him being conscripted and like as an officer or something. Like dead ass. But he definitely has a pretty sick ass looking beard, not even gonna lie. Oh, see another here, god damn it. Get out. Is that all? So you didn't know that? Well, I didn't know that either. It makes me proud to live here knowing the city found his space first time. Yeah, because he did a lot of his more based antics during the revolutions in 1848. Here's why it's kind of based. Yeah, the revolutions of 1848, because he did a lot of participation against the royalty at the time. So he was a democratic reformer, basically. I mean, he definitely sounds more like kind of like a, you know, businessman of the time as well, but, you know, was obviously willing to put that aside, you know, for the principles of democracy and shit at the time from what it looks like, so. I mean, he is actually kind of based. But not just kind of based, it's kind of based! You know it's based when Rip City goes all caps with it. Smart is dream worth fight for. Yep. And this is how you enforce it. I'm just kidding. Well, I hope. We'll leave it at that. I hope. Or that, or you thought a regime change wouldn't make him money. He was probably planning to run for office in a monarchy with toppled. Likely. Non-bourgeoisie democracy, I mean actual democracy, yeah. And I mean, honestly, the reason why it's most likely kind of based is that, like, yeah, he's more likely than not fucking, you know, was using it as a more business opportunity to try to get more power in the local region in what looks like Neustadt. Because that's where it says where a lot of his activity was. It's like 10 minutes till 4:20. Sitting here waiting. Sitting here waiting for that 4:20. Oh. You crumbly piece of shit. I may bowl till 4:20. Honestly, least like 2. 3 if I want to push myself. But I don't want to do that. Even 2 would be kind of pushing it a little. Because I don't want to, like, get too litty. So that's what last hit. Did you smoke that last hit? I said you should, like, save it for tomorrow or something. Use the Delta 8 to kind of cruise. While you would have to smoke a lot more of it, I mean, you could at least kind of cruise the high off of it. Or save it when you went to bed. Well, I guess that's not going to happen at all for you. It is tomorrow, Lamau. I meant like tomorrow as in like afternoon tomorrow, not like 6 a.m. tomorrow. 6 in the morning, sun's coming up. Yeah, you know what, whatever. It's not tomorrow until I go to bed. That's why I like staying up all night. Like, I get a little confused and fuckity with that. Because I literally have the premise of, like, it's not tomorrow until I, like, go to sleep. So, in my head, tomorrow won't necessarily be, like, you know, the actual, like, tomorrow of... it will be immediately get complicated. I'm not even going to attempt to. Like, let's say, like, I stay up all night. Alright. Tomorrow, for me, will be Monday. Even though it's fucking Monday. Like, it's already, you know, well into the beginning of Monday. 4 hours into Monday. And it's not Monday in my head. It's not until I wake up tomorrow. So. I'm almost 30. OMG, I'm almost 30. And you just said, I can't stay up all night shit like you youngins can. Dude, you being, like, almost 30 is, like, still young, bro. Like, you're not old until you're, like, Paul Ziegel old, dude. Well, it turns out ignorance and mid-shift. Oh my fucking god, don't even say that. Oh my god, I swear to god, if I, like, wake up and it's like, why aren't you here? You're at 11. Don't even know. Because honestly, at that point, I would just, oh, no. No, I'm not. You know what? Look, turns out I ignore us more shift. Fuck you. Like, honestly, I know it's none of those. Because, like, honestly, like, I know I do closing and shit. Like, that's usually what I do. I know I had mids for that 1 week, which I want more of those, actually. I kind of like that. Not for this week. I'd rather come in later because of what I've been doing this weekend. But, I mean, you know, outside of that, though, kind of like that. Depends over for daddy. Go ahead. It depends over for daddy. Oh my god, I kind of, like, just blended all that together. If I get Tess asking me why I'm not here, I'll shove a clarinet up someone's ass. Well, I guess Venom's ready to go for it, so I'll just shove a clarinet up his ass. So there we go. Boom. Honestly, I was kind of thinking like that today. Like, in the back of my mind, for at least, like, up until 5 o'clock, I had a back of my mind where I was just like, I swear to God, if my work calls me or something. But by the time, you know, like, I left my place, I was like, yeah, they ain't calling. Good. They knew. And they fixed it. And they made it work out. Yay. Because it was still kind of left out in the open for me, whether they had it covered or not. But I knew the mid-shift for yesterday, you know, could just come in, you know, for a close instead. So I think that's just what they did. Oh, kinky, I liked. go to TJ's Discord if you don't know it. Because honestly, it's a gem. If you're talking about things that you like. I'm gonna be a frequent posted over there, I already know it. There's a free section in that NSFW section they have, and it's just like, well, I'm gonna have fun. Like, pretty much everybody who looks at that section will probably immediately, like, enjoy me. I do not have a Discord account. Well, shame on you. You should have one. It's free. What does TJ's shove clarinets up asses during his free time? No, that's fruit. He shoves bananas up his ass. On top of other fruits. I actually don't... I thought TJ doesn't like furries. Dude, that bitch is a furry in denial. He loves Judy Hopps and Lola Bunny, and he wants to fuck those furries. But he's not a furry, apparently. Just because he wants a little bit of that bunny pussy. But it's just like, I mean, because, hey, I will just say, like, yeah, Lola Bunny and Judy Hopps. Well, Judy Hopps not really. She's small. About what? Fruit? Yeah, don't search for it, but if you've looked hard on the internet enough, you can find, like, these videos and stills of TJ having a banana. Yes. Didn't TJ shove a pineapple? No, that was an animated thing. He didn't actually do that. OnlyFans Lamau. No, the story is that, like, the initial videos and stuff were not supposed to be public, they were private. But some ex or somebody blackmailed him and just released him anyway, but he decided to just kind of double down and own it. And said, yeah, I'd like to shove a banana up my ass, fuck you. Like, it was basically like that about it. And, yeah, and ever since then, it's just basically been a meme. But it's not a pretty sight, I'm just gonna be honest. It's definitely something I didn't necessarily need to see. And I like TJ, and honestly, it's not even, especially these days, it's not even that bad looking of a dude. But back then, oh my god. The Vance would never let Banana Gate die. Well, of course not. I mean, this furry gate that he's kind of building himself up into, it's just like, that's like, that needs to be addressed. He needs an intervention on that. Like, cause, dude, he is such a furry. Like, he's even willing to let fans draw him as a furry. Like, people have asked him, like, hey, if you're a furry, what would you want to be drawn as? And he's actually, like, you know, said a few different things before, actually. So I don't think he's actually, like, settled on something. So honestly, like, someone just needs to, like, just settle with something and just draw him as it. Instead of asking him. Just, you know, just make it a surprise for him. Because honestly, I think of him as, like, some big, like, grossly, like, bear, you know, or something. Like a polar bear or some shit. Like a Kodiak bear. Because I think they're, like, even bigger, aren't they? Because he's, like, a big-ass son of a bitch anyway, so it definitely fit. While his, like, brother Scotty's more like a little smaller brown bear or something. But more feistier, honestly. So he'd probably just be a grizzly. Brother's the grizzly and he's Kodiak. Or Prizzly. Polar bear grizzly mix. Or just like some gnarly ass looking like warhog or something. And not just like some wild boar, I mean like a full on like warhog. It's 420 bitch. Yeah, loading up a freshie. Doing a freshie. But once this freshie's loaded up and all that shit, I am definitely certainly calling it good, because I was gonna do it earlier, but I was convinced otherwise. But hey, it's all good vibes, so who gives a shit? Outside of sleeping, I got nothing better to do. Sleeping? Who needs that shit? Who needs that bullshit? But, anyway. Apparently humans need that bullshit. I guess it's like a necessity that, like, you know, a bodies need, I guess. So, boo. That sucks. So, with all that being said, I shall bid everyone do. But, of course, I'll be back around for that next one on our usual scheduled programming.